come a long way from the Averex. From the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marble K sets. You wanna get money with me? Say less. Say less. Say less. You wanna get money with me? Say less.
Hey, Red, what are you up to?
Just making sure all the M&M's gifts are wrapped and the bowls filled.
Remember that one holiday party when we had no M&Ms?
Oh boy, I still have nightmares.
The cookies?
Yeah, you used all the M&M's candies that were meant to decorate the party treats, to decorate snowmen. You did it again, didn't you?
They do look cute, though.
Bringing cheer, M&M's for all fun kind.
See, that's the thing, right? Like I grew up on like you drop the egg into the ramen, you mix it all up, throw whatever, meat, chicken, all that joint, and you good. The first time I went to like an actual ramen spot and it was like a hard-boiled egg in there, I was like,
you're like,
this is different.
At the crib.
Say that.
I'm like, this is different, but I appreciate what they're trying here. And I was like, okay,
the fact that we're judging how it's really made, like, it's a little off, but yeah, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Definitely a little off. But who knows? It's all good. Anyway, ready to roll? What's poppin', people? Welcome back to Say Less with Kaz.
That's you, Kaz.
Low key.
Oh, hey.
It's been a while, right? Do I do this? All right, let's run it back. What's poppin', people? Welcome to Say Less with Kaz, Low Key and Rosy with Kaz. Yo, Low Key.
What up?
Wait, time out. You do this part.
I'm like, what are we doing?
You know what it is? Once I got in here, I got immediately into like 2021 mode. I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, oh wait, Rosie starts
her
us off.
job.
Oh my goodness.
I was waiting
Keep
for
this all in, by the way.
I was waiting when she gonna speak up and actually be like,
I'm like, I don't shout myself out.
Yeah. So it was weird.
It was gonna be like a fifth take. He gonna be like, wait, this is weird.
Yeah, like he told me himself, like, yeah, Kaz.
But here's the thing, I would have did it and Rosie would have just sat there and just let me do it.
Whole time.
And just not even correct somebody.
I was chilling. I'm like, wait, that's not how.
It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Anyway.
What's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less with Kaz.
Yo.
Low Key.
Hello, that's how it feels.
What's up, Rosie?
What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? It's good to be back again.
Yeah.
Man, let's just get right into the shits, yo. I feel like we've been going through so many iterations of this show. And I feel like we should at least let the people who listen to this show in a little bit behind the curtain, like why it's been a little bit
take it away
off in ways.
A little bit. Just.
I mean, I'll just be honest. I've told a few people, but I mean, obviously we've been doing Say Less since 2019, 2020 now. Yeah. And I've loved everybody who supports the show. We've had multiple partners over the years. Mm-hmm. We've had Snapchat, Wilson Sports, NBC Row, lots of people. And you want to hear, this is just typical Kaz luck. Typical Say Less luck. Typical Say Less luck, right? Yeah. We had again, this is not to disparage anybody over at that company because there's great people that work there. It's just mad unfortunate. And I don't think any of us were like terribly comfortable with it. But just be honest, right? All right. If you saw the PR newsletter, I'm sure you didn't because it was overtaken by some other news that happened the next day. But we had signed the podcast deal with Revolt back in the fall, back in like September. Mm-hmm. I want to say we were super excited about it, super excited about the partnership. And, there's great people that we work with over at Revolt for a number of years. I've done my old show, Kaz and Effect, over there with Eden, who now does Rory and Maul podcast, and great partners over there, and they've been always awesome to me and stuff. So we broached the idea of bringing Say Less over there. Super excited. I'm like, all right, boom, perfect partner, perfect place. Yeah. Black folks, people I'm comfortable working with, and all that type of stuff. And it's going to take the podcast to the next level, which is ultimately the goal. Mm-hmm. So I think we signed that deal in like September, I want to say.
I thought it was like during the summer.
Probably earlier than that, yeah. So I talked to a few folks over there, that fantastic people. I love them. And the talks began in August, and in September the deal was like done. And then the Revolt World pops off, and they're like, all right, as soon as Revolt World's over, we're gonna do the rollout of the podcast, and we're gonna be on this all new class of pods, and you're gonna be part of that, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm like, all right, fantastic, hell yeah. Let's roll. So, we're recording episodes, we're stacking episodes. We did this stuff with Ninth Wonder. We go to North Carolina. We did a bunch of new concepts of how to do the show. We were here in Mandy's and in other places, all that type of stuff. And then, we finally get to the date. And, that Wednesday, the PR Newswire hits, and it's like, Revolt announces a brand new rollout of podcasts featuring XX, all these other shows. I'm super excited. I'm like, all right, hell yeah. Now we're going to get rolling. We had all these dope episodes lined up to sort of roll out, and we hit the ground running. What happens the very next day? The PR Newswriter hits. What happens the very next day? Obviously, if you haven't read the news, Puff and all that jazz, but the Cassie lawsuit is public knowledge literally the day after the PR Newswire hits that we're joining the Revolt Network. And again, I say this without any malice towards the Revolt people. They've been always super good to us. They've always been super good to me in particular. They're great business partners. There's great actual people that work there. I thought that was the Maybach sound real cool with the keys. I was like, what is this? Maybach.
That's funny.
But, the timing just couldn't have been more just difficult, right? And, anybody who's followed the show, and supported us, all three of us, obviously, there's always just been a level of positivity that I've always wanted to keep this show on. Like, I never wanted to be the gossip podcast, never wanted to be the stuff that I've seen I know for a fact work for other podcasts. I never wanted that for us because I always felt like people kind of respected us as what we do and not just another bunch of guys sitting around a microphone just talking shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like I always wanted to do stuff with purpose and with
intention.
And intention. And that was the big thing just this entire year. I was like, man, I want to make sure this show that we've spent a whole lot of time and put a lot of care into and a lot of different ideations of it. It is done with well intent and well purpose. And, it's just, I just think the timing was just unfortunate, right? Like, so, I mean, to Revolt's credit, they let us out the deal with no fuss and no muss, no qualms. They understood this is obviously extraordinary circumstances that they're dealing with. A lot of them were caught off guard, obviously, right, about that news, and they're going to be fine. Obviously, I think I think Puff stepped down recently as well, and they'll be fine. But it was just one of those things where when you get a gut feeling about something, and it's just like, man, maybe this is a sign that probably we should just stick to doing what we're doing and just kind of roll that way. And again, love the folks over there. It's unfortunate that they kind of have to fall through this windfall of all this shit because that's been the hard. I think a lot of people were sort of uneasy about speaking about the Puff stuff, not so much about the negativity around it, obviously, and the terrible things that are being accused of and all that type of stuff. But like, he employs a lot of Black folks. Mm-hmm. He employs a lot of our friends. He employs a lot of people that we work with. We've been in this business with for a long time. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's unfortunate. So, I mean, again, I don't think you need me, you, or Rosy to tell you the stuff that is being that he's been accused of is terrible stuff and bad stuff. And, obviously it is a matter of the law now. And I think for people like us, where podcasts and news people are getting sued left and right for putting out stuff and saying stuff that aren't necessarily that people have enough money to go out and be like, hey, you can't say that. Right. That's not accurate. Right. I'm going to sue you for everything you got for that. We've seen it with Tasha K, Cardi B.
Defamation of character.
Defamation of character is going around everywhere. And that is, and again, I don't want to talk even too much about this stuff, but at the same time, there's reasons why it wasn't as easy for people to just jump out the window with their takes about all this stuff, right? And I think we were the same reason. Now, granted, I think the timing of us kind of worked out because it was like, we got to fix this the feed. Like, it was already, like, the Ninth Wonder episodes was out through the Revolt feed. You know what I mean? Like, it went through all that type of stuff. But again, you know, props to everyone over there, and Aki and Devin for being extremely, you know, reasonable and helpful, being like, hey, we understand, you know, and you know, I think I believe in signs, man. I believe in listening to the universe and listening to what's going on around you and just like tapping in and be like, you know what, maybe this is a sign that, like, you know, it should just be us, and just kind of roll with it the way we have been for the past 3 years now. And, you know, we've had partners in the past that, you know, weren't necessarily the best partners either, too. So it wasn't a guarantee that this was going to go and everything was going to, you know, take off. But, you know, I listen to the universe a lot, man. So I'll keep it at that, man. Again, appreciate the folks over there for giving us the opportunity and shooting us up there. But I like this. I like us being able to get together and do our thing. And I think it was just I personally believe it was a sign that, you know, you're doing fine.
Right.
Stay like that. Right. And you never know. Something else might come in the next year that you won't even be thinking about this deal where it could take the next podcast. So in any case, man, it's just good to get back into the room and sit with you guys and talk with you guys. And I feel like I'd like to, you know, for the folks that listen to the show, let them know what's been going on and not just be like, all right, we just fucking stop making episodes for a while. But in any case, we're back. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to get into. A whole lot of new music out, a whole lot of sports stories out, a whole lot of talking points out. But more than any of that, the holiday season is right around the corner. We're here. You know what I mean? It's going to be Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's. Yeah. All that stuff going on, man.
My birthday.
And Rosy's birthday!
It's on Thursday.
Is this Thursday? Oh, shit.
14th.
Turning 45?
Yeah,
no.
45.
Get up there. You get up there in age. You look all right for somebody in their mid 40s, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, drinking the blood of children like Oprah. Just kidding.
Nothing. I'll probably just have a party at the bar.
Okay, all right.
The one
you don't want to say the bar here because you know.
No, I just want to make sure. She works at a bunch, so I was like, which one are you talking about?
All right, so I guess we'll be there Thursday. But
I'll pull up.
Damn, you got. I was thinking of people looking good for their age. I see Oprah lately.
Who?
You seen Oprah?
She look bad?
Oprah look good.
Oh, good.
Oh, you said good like that?
Oprah, yo, listen.
Nah, pull up a picture of it.
Listen, I don't know if you seen Oprah kicking it with Tyler Perry the other day. I don't know if it's the Ozempic. I don't know what the hell sleeping through Hollywood.
Oprah look good?
Oh, listen.
I haven't seen her.
Listen,
I don't know what's the...
Listen, I seen Oprah.
He's pulling it up.
Yeah, Wolf's gonna pull it up right now. There's a video of Oprah dancing in this purple number. I think at the Color Purple
the
premiere.
Because the movie comes out Christmas Eve.
And I'm like, Harpo, who is this woman? What's up?
No, I'm saying the movie comes out Christmas Eve.
Movies comes out Christmas Eve, but Oprah was looking kind of snacky, yo.
You still take that down?
Who else looks good for their age? Is what we're...
Wait, no, you
all right,
still wait.
Boom.
Oh.
Peep game. Oprah Winfrey, brother. Listen.
That's the that's the definition of Oprah money, though.
Exactly. Exactly. This is the least shocking thing to me. I'm like, Oprah looking this good at this age? You better.
You
better.
She has no other choice.
Come on, man. There's a video of her hitting a little two-step too. I'm like, yo, who is this?
Snack?
Is this Keisha Knight Pullum or?
I don't know. I think Kaz is just so like awed by how good she looks for her.
Well,
the black doesn't crack though.
Well, the Oprah aura is real though. Like you see Oprah and you're just like, oh my God, this is queen of talk TV. This is the person who redefined the industry. She's a zillionaire, probably one of the most powerful black people in the entire planet. Of course, the Oprah aura is real, but strip all that aside. Looks kind of good.
Your eyes are gazing.
Looks
right
kind of
now.
good.
Yo,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Like, you know, what's going on? Like, you came in here with this?
I didn't come in here with this. I was just.
You've been thinking about this shit
for a minute.
We was talking about Rosy's birthday and how good she looks for 45 years old.
Bro, stop calling
and the first thing I thought about was I was like, you know what else is good for the area? Yo,
this shit been in the back of your brain for a minute. Like,
Oprah was hitting a little two-step. I was like, who put the little? I know that ain't Stedman. She got some.
I ain't heard no one talk about Oprah like this.
Listen.
You think she got a new joint?
I don't know.
She got a
I just know
Ozempic.
Ozempic is that how it's pronounced?
What the fuck is that?
Do you know what Ozempic is?
What is it?
It's like a Wolf in the building. We back at WTF. Wolf. You know what Ozempic is, all right?
It's diabetes medicine that people take to lose weight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I heard about
and
that.
apparently
So you say she takes that.
I mean, I'm sure she got whatever the Super Saiyan version of Ozempic is with zero side effects and all that.
AKA money.
Yeah.
AKA money.
Back to Oprah money.
Right.
This is
Right.
Oprah, guys. Come on.
It is, but I don't know how
Weird words.
Oprah look.
All right, we get it.
Okay. Like,
Kaz,
Like, bro, like
what is going
this
on?
nigga shaking his head. He like, damn.
I didn't do all that. I didn't do all that, bro.
That's how he moved.
All I
Like,
was
yo.
saying was, yo,
You
You
ain't
ain't have to say it, my nigga. Like, I see it in your
It's
face.
the head shake.
Right, the
I
head
was-
shake, that's the telling tale.
Oprah looking
Oprah,
like a
bro.
snack.
Listen,
This is a couple years.
there's a lot of.
But you know what? I appreciate that because men don't do that enough. We do that all the time
What?
with our old zaddies.
Yeah, that is true. Y'all, women definitely lust over old men.
What?
All the time. All the time.
Denzel.
Yeah, like the
Idris.
gray haired men, the bald gray haired men. I
Morris
see,
Chestnut.
they love
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah, I get it. With the dreads, like I get it.
Wait,
dreads.
wait, too far.
No,
I'm
like,
about to
no,
say,
there's
there's
some
an age
women that-
requirement for the dreads, though.
All my
like-
dreads
There's
are
some
young.
older
Yeah.
men that can pull that shit off.
They start getting a little wheezy-ish.
Yeah,
you know?
like, man,
Nah,
there's
that's,
some.
that's different. That's a
Why-
different.
You
Why-
saying Wheezy's like a senior citizen too? Like he's
No,
not that
no,
old.
no, she was talking about the
Why he
dreads. She
reacting?
was talking about
Nah,
the dreads.
nah,
Like
nah.
his dreads look crazy.
Old dreads do look wild though.
They look crazy.
Like
His dreads
it's-
look
Old
crazy.
dreads look crazy. Like you could tell when there's some old dreads.
yeah, like there's
Like
certain,
it's time, bro.
Like Wolf got some great dreads.
That nigga's not old.
He's exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like after a certain, like Wolf, like after a certain age, when you were like, are you ever gonna get to an age where you're just like, it might be
Are
time,
you
or
gonna cut
you
him and
gonna
regrow him or what?
one day?
Yeah.
Okay, all
Some
right.
people can pull it off. Some people can't.
I mean, there's certain people
If
that
we walked in tomorrow and he had no dreads,
then I'd be pissed off. Like, bro, why you cut
would
your
walk
hair?
past him and be
That's
like,
true.
well, guess we're in the wrong studio.
Nah, I ain't mad at it though, man. Nah, like the old dreads look. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I'm getting up there a little bit. I'm starting to get like the salt and pepper in my beard,
Mhm.
and I tried to like shave it off a couple times. It
No,
keeps
let it
growing
grow.
back.
Let it grow.
Keeps growing back like cook crack. I'm like, you know what? I might as well.
Nah, just let keep it there.
I might just let this gray just hang.
Yeah,
and see
just
how
like
it
don't let it
goes,
hang
bro.
too long. Pause. But just
Nah, I think I'm
Ew.
going back. I think I'm going back to the beard era, bro. Like I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give it one more
You gonna
go.
grow your dreads again? Or you gonna get braids again? Remember that?
Nah, I think the braids.
Remember that
era is
horrible
done.
time?
Braids era was not
Terrible
horrible.
time.
Remember that
man.
terrible
Remember
time?
that terrible
My braids era was terrible.
Don't start because I don't want this to end and you get
Nah,
braids.
I like honest conversations. Talk to me. I thought my braids era was solid.
Your braids were
We
horrible.
told you every time.
We
What?
literally, like you can
We
run the
would
tape back
zoom
of how
in
many times we told
on
you,
your-
bro, let them shits go.
Nah,
No hang
bro.
time. It
No
was just-
hang time. Like
I had a little
they were
towards the
clutching
end.
onto your fucking scalp.
Towards
Like,
the end, I had a
No, you
little bit of
didn't,
joint.
bro.
I had the little
Then the nigga-
ponytail.
You remember when he tried to straighten his hair first before braiding it so it would be long?
then the nigga went bald.
Yo.
I'm like, I've never seen anybody so confused in hairstyles. I'm like, fam, like
Listen, I'm
you
following
wanted to be
blessed
AI,
sometimes.
then you
alright?
wanted to be Michael Jordan, then you look like Della with the Caesar.
Oh, the
I don't think
Della
these guys
era.
know
Yeah, like bro,
Remember that?
like please, like
But
just,
nah,
just
listen.
flash pictures of the hairstyles when we do this episode.
I'm back to
That's the
to
regular
Caesars.
cast that we know.
I'm back to Caesars. You know what I mean?
Like the little
I did the
cul-de-sac
little-
up there. Like I get it.
I did the little cul-de-sac. Oh wow, we talking
We
hairlines.
talking
Is this what we doing?
Oh, we talking teams?
Whoa! I didn't know we was coming back this hard. Okay,
You
Since
said
we're
you wanted to
talking-
go back to the regular
since we're
shit, so let's
talking
get to it.
hairlines. We talking
Like,
hairlines.
let's get to it. Yeah, my
I'm proud of my
hairline's
cul-de-sac, bro.
horrible. I know that.
I'm proud of my
Do you have
cul-de-sac,
one?
bro.
No,
I'm about to say,
I
like,
do, but
you're-
it's horrible.
Okay.
It's your joint. Here's the thing, Lo. Like I
Like
think
my hairline.
we have footage of my hairline in its prime.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see.
In
I've
its
never.
prime.
No, it was never. My hairline was never
You've
in
been
its
fooling
prime.
me like this.
I can acknowledge that. I never had a prime.
It still has not.
I never had a problem with my
I even see the
hairline.
young
I get
pictures of
it.
Lo. I was like, yo, his hairline
Bro,
was
my
screwed from
hairline
jump.
was
Never had a
fucked
break-
from birth.
Never
I had
growth
the
spurt.
biggest fucking forehead.
Listen,
And then I had the nerve to have an afro as a baby.
That is.
I had the nerve. I had the nerve to actually have
You look like homeboy from It's All About the
like, yo,
Benjamins.
my parents,
Yo,
out the
never
gate, my
mind.
parents ain't like
Blum,
me.
blum, blum, blum.
Right, like I knew it was. I knew from the gate I was fucked.
I always ask
man.
bald people this question. Benson is bald. Y'all can't see him, but he's bald, right?
Benson, come here for a second.
Benson, I have a question for you. I ask every bald man, whether I know them or not, this question. When you wash your hair, when you wash your face in the morning,
There you go. That's
Right?
the balder.
when you wash your face
That
in
was
the
crazy,
morning,
by the way.
where do you stop?
Hey,
Wait,
yo.
what? What kind of
When
question?
you wash your face in the morning, how far up do you go?
Oh, I still feel my hairline.
So you stop where your
You
hairline
know
used
where
to
it
be.
is.
Because I have mixed answers. Some bald men say they just wash their whole head.
Yeah.
Yo,
Some
Even
bald men
I-
say they don't know where to
yeah.
stop.
I did a little zesty and I started moving up.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, yo, like when your hairline is stopped, like once your hairline stops cooperating with
You
you,
just stop where it used to be.
you stop where like when I got my brush, I start trying to like imagine it's gonna come back down if I brush it more, just knowing it's just never
What's gonna come back down?
like so like
you're trying to push your hairline back down like that.
I'll still get some
Trying to push it forward.
some skin, thinking, all right, if I brush it a little bit more, it's eventually gonna.
That's literally
That's
not
not
how it
the hair.
works.
That's not
That's
how
what
hair
you
physics
thought?
work at all.
You
That's
thought
what
you
you
thought
thought.
that?
He thought if he brushed his forehead,
I've
he would
tried.
grow
Let
some
me
hair.
tell you something. In the past, maybe 3 years, I've tried everything.
Except hair plug.
Everything. Except hair. I refuse to do the hair plugs.
Yeah, we're not
I'll never do the hair
Yeah,
plugs.
we're not doing that.
Like,
Okay.
once it's time for me to start like getting surgery to get the hair done, I'm like, just take it all off.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Let's go. We're done.
I'm good.
That hair plug shit is weird.
I seen Timberland with it. You know what I
Tory
mean?
got it.
Tory Lanez had it.
Yeah, you seen
Ron
the picture
had
of him
it.
in jail with it?
Ron-
They
yeah,
were like,
that's
it was like
crazy.
lifting.
Akon got it.
That's crazy. But I might
Still
do it though.
stuff.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You
Like,
said
if
you
they-
might do it.
I might do it. Like if the science catches up with like the hairline sort of industry.
There's not enough.
But here- all right, here's my
there's not
question.
enough interest for me to have hair.
But here's my question
Like,
for y'all about
like
this.
surgically
like if
installed.
I can go to a surgeon and be like, give me the Paul George, please. Like, if
But
I
here's
can-
my
But why?
question.
But why?
If I can say
Why would
my-
you want to get something that you know
Yeah,
that
but
everybody
why?
knows is fake?
Like we know,
Like,
we know that that's
know.
not
I'm
your
about to say-
hair.
I'm about to say something.
Oh, my
so, man.
titties?
See, I wasn't even talking about your titties. I was gonna say women in general, but I was gonna go low, like, oh, y'all women, y'all wear makeup, y'all do all this stuff that we know is not yours, but you still do it. But if you want to go for the
No,
juggler,
no,
okay,
because
you got new titties. Nobody's gonna-
there's a difference, though.
How's there
that looks
difference?
good.
For example,
You
like-
wouldn't know.
like
If we hadn't taped for a while and I came back with my shit pristine, pop
We
corners.
wouldn't
I'll be like, my
90
nigga, take that wig off.
we would,
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I don't think you
I'm
would
looking
know.
at your
I
fucking
would be
forehead,
so
and then now
mad,
you come in
Kat.
there next week.
I would low key go over there and lift it.
I'm like, nigga, what are you like? Who are you?
You see, this is
Like,
why.
this is Kaz's doppelganger.
This is why
Get
we're
this
so
nigga out of here.
This is why we're so comfortable body shaming men, all right? Like I go and get something from mine to make me
we're
feel
hair
good.
shaming,
To
not
To
body
make me
shaming.
feel good. Not for no woman, not for nobody out there, for myself, right?
Okay.
Just like a woman will go, just like we have so
Yeah, I
just
know we have a friend that does
popularized.
that, right?
We do?
I'm gonna just
What, a
say it.
surgeon?
That do the hairline?
I'm not gonna
No,
say
don't
who.
out him
I'm
now.
not gonna out him.
What, has
We
a
have
fake hairline?
We have a friend that does that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Della?
He be keeping his hat on.
No,
And then
he
he'll
doesn't
say-
keep his hat on anymore. Like after a while, once it grew in, he just let it fly. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Are we
You
talking about
don't
two
even
different
know.
people?
We might be. You know him. You know him too. I'm not gonna put him on
I think we're
blast.
talking
though.
about two different people.
But he told me, like I saw the process because he did it around the same time I
you
shaved
were-
my hair.
Really?
So he was like, we was having a conversation. He was like, "Yo, you don't have to, man. It's too soon." I'm like,
Wait,
nah,
wait, is he
son,
short?
Nah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, see, the person I'm talking about is.
Okay. All right. Well, we know two people.
We all know them.
In any case, so that's my point though. They have no idea.
He showed
They have
me.
no
he goes like
idea.
this. He was
man.
like, "Hey, tell me the
I
truth. What you
think
think
I
about
know
this?" He
this
goes
girl.
like this, and I was like,
Because I think I know exactly
"He's
who
like,
you talking about.
you don't like it? I fucking hate it. Why? Why did you do that? Like, you,
wait,
you
he
think
hates
people-
it too?
No,
No,
I
she
hate
hates it.
I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you know, people are gonna know, right?
Was he bald?
It just looks not good.
it looks.
Rosie.
Well,
was
you
he
gotta
bald?
Yes.
I know exactly who it is.
All right, but here's the thing,
So
right?
yeah, there
I
was
know
no
exactly who it
process
is.
with that though. It was just like he just had
Like, you
hair
went
one
night and day.
Like
I think the fake hairlines is like the fake teeth, right? Like it's jarring initially,
Yeah.
and then after a while, you just kind of get used to it, right? Like there's so many people. The first time I see them coming with the rapper teeth, I'm like, yo, this
the rapper
crazy.
teeth.
Nah, Mace had
And then
them
weeks
shits.
go by, and you just don't even notice it no more. It's like,
Nah,
oh, okay.
the Chicklet ones I noticed.
The chiclets
Yeah.
settle in.
I know.
The chiclets settle in for a
They
while.
got mad at
like,
me on IG for asking them if they floss.
You got flaws. You still get stuff. You still got to keep it clean.
I just feel like once you get fake teeth, you don't care anymore. Like you're like,
Nah,
Bro,
what's
like,
the worst that's
like
gonna
they're
happen?
rentals. Like, you don't watch a rental car, do you? No.
No,
You just let it ride.
You get a
Like,
rental
all right,
one.
you don't
get
watch-
a new rental when you're done.
Bro, I'm like,
Oh,
here.
my God.
I'm giving it back. Like,
I'm like, do
can't
y'all stop caring?
Men can't do nothing to
Like, do y'all brush your teeth? Do y'all brush your Chicklet teeth?
So I guess here's my question, right? My question is,
Questions.
what is the one thing men can do cosmetically that would not be judged? Like how we don't judge BBLs no more. We don't really judge breast implants anymore. Women got
we
fake
never
hair
really
every
did.
day.
Yeah, we never really did.
But I'm saying as we move on in 2024, is a new century, whatever, new decade, whatever the hell. Is there anything that a man can do cosmetically that they can go under the knife for
Under the knife. Wow.
and nobody's
You're
gonna...
really going for it.
Would you,
Yeah.
would you?
You don't even know what you're gonna ask. Yes, I would.
No, I'll say it yeah to you, but
Would
what
you
were talking
adjust your thighs?
about? Nah, see, but I know how to get smaller thighs. My thighs are already small, by the way. If you can't tell, your boy been in the gym, feel me? Hard as a rock right there, boy.
Pause.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Nah, they're not. But
Thank
I
you.
remember when I was thunder thighing it, right? Like, I know what I need to do. Hit some squats, run for a little bit, play
Right.
some ball. Like,
Right.
it'll come
Honestly,
down.
Right.
Kaz,
I'm not
it's
getting no
just like,
cellulite taken
No,
out
I'm
of my
just
legs.
saying, like, I'm just saying, would you?
Would I? No, I wouldn't.
every time I see a man with like, ugh, like,
What was that?
All right, you know what?
just like I saw this guy, right? This fine ass man. This is like a year or so ago, right?
Okay.
I met up with him. I took a friend with me just in case,
Mm.
right?
What kind
Didn't
of
know-
date was this?
No,
Just in case, made it a group thing. I told him to bring his
Listen,
friend. I brought a friend.
use the buddy system, yo.
Buddy
I feel
system.
you.
You know,
Yeah,
we gotta
yeah.
go. We gotta go.
Real shit.
Gotcha.
So we sit down at this bar, and the light hit him in a way just right where I realized that he had fake dreads,
Oh, wait.
like extensions.
Okay. Okay.
That's not.
That was, I can't say the word. It's not politically correct, but I hated it.
Can I have a honest moment with everybody here?
It-
Here we
honest
go.
moment.
Here we go.
My last month of having braids,
they were fake.
I threw in some weave. I had to throw in a little bit of weave, yo. That's how I know my joint was getting thin, bro. Like my joints was out to the sides, pristine. Pristine as hell.
We told you.
Pristine as hell.
We told you
Here's
how
the thing.
bad they were. We
Here's the thing.
told
Here's
you.
the thing. I'm
didn't
being
listen.
honest.
He
I'm
didn't
being
listen.
honest.
Literally told you.
I keep it real.
These are horrible.
I keep it real, yo. The first 12 months of my braids was all me. It was all me. I was like, fuck it. I'm growing my
Say it
hair
with your
out.
It still wasn't enough.
And then shout out
Still
Shima,
wasn't
my
enough.
braider Shima. She was hitting me. She's like, listen. She's like, they look great. The braids are great. But I'm
Shima
telling
was
you, if I
going through
get,
it.
she just got one little bundle.
Don't try to downplay it. You
I'm
got
not- I'm
weave in
not
your
downplaying
fucking
It was
it.
like,
I'm
hair.
not
nah, shit, like,
downplaying it.
what
You
kind
put
of
in some weave.
what kind of
giving you
horsehair was it?
I'm giving you the blow by blow. This is human hair, baby. I got money.
Not enough because them braids were ass. Not
We got
enough.
one bundle. She showed me the bundle. She's like, listen.
Nigga, you need
people
more than
won't
one
even-
bundle.
And you know what she said when she did it? Know what she did when she did it?
What?
People wouldn't even notice. And guess what? If I didn't tell y'all niggas, y'all
We-
would
I
never.
think
That's
we
not
made-
a,
I
that's,
think we
that's not
cracked
a
the joke,
positive
though.
thing.
We
What's
definitely
not
cracked the
positive about
joke.
it?
Because they were still ass.
Fuck
Bro.
you.
How you put weave in and it didn't make it
Nigga,
any
you put
better?
weave in
Well,
it and it was
that's when I
still
knew it
bad?
was time. That's when I knew it was time to give
Bro,
them
that's
up.
like getting
Listen.
breast implants. Like, yo, bro, them shits are still small.
Wow.
Yo, fuck you. I'm fine with the size.
I wasn't talking about shit.
Rosie sized up proper, yo. That
No,
was
yeah,
like-
I wasn't.
She came in one day.
Why
I
she
was like,
double
oh, yeah,
checking?
yeah,
She was like,
yeah.
yo, my shit's. Why you double checking? Hold on, like this nigga talking about me? No, my nigga.
Rosie,
It was
Rosie
an
looked like
analogy.
Rosie looked like an athlete one day, and it was a pinup model the next.
Bro,
Don't even worry about it.
Bro, she was playing for the WNBA one day, and then she a video vixen the next day. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, don't worry about it.
But
And
I
I still
appreciate-
play
like,
video
what the-
games.
But here's the thing, I appreciate Rosie not being funny about the implants though, because some people try to like,
No.
you know, like, nah, man.
She
Like,
kept it a buck.
if you feel something about your body and you got the means
had
to
no
go and
titties,
do
bro.
it,
Go do it.
do it. It's
But you
2023.
don't ever do that.
It's hair. So titties
Anyways,
is fine.
I said all
I
that to
can't put
say
in a-
that was a very bad, like that was an ick.
It was a bad time.
Nigga.
Because it was like
Nigga.
he made it so thick and full, like he had a head full
Oh,
of
see,
locks.
I wouldn't
you know
see
what I'm
that.
saying?
I wouldn't do.
He looked like he was about to go on vacation, like a bad bitch.
See,
like
that I wouldn't do. Like if I had, all right, so boom. If I had like hair like Wolf and I wanted to go out for like a specific style or something like that needed just a little bit more hair and niggas already know I got hair,
Yeah.
I'll throw a little extra joint in there.
if
Wouldn't mind.
Wolf told
Like
me right
him,
now he had 2
that
or 3
makes
fake
sense.
dreads,
Yeah,
I'd be
him-
like,
people, you'd be surprised how
Get a
many
couple
people do
weaves.
that though.
But
You'd be
nigga,
surprised- You'd be surprised how many people who already have a lot of hair that want a specific style that say, all right, just throw a bundle in
nah,
there,
man,
do
the
something in
fake,
there.
Fake
No,
dresses
no.
is
I never thought my
nah,
friend would
that's
say I have a
dirty work.
bundle. I got a bundle.
He said it was one bundle.
It was one bundle, bro, and I was proud of it
I never
too.
thought I would have.
I got
the day
designs in
where
my
Kaz
joint.
said, "I got a weave."
Listen, I have no shame, bro. I'm an honest man, and I had to be talked into it. I definitely said no the first few times, but after a while, once I saw that,
I'm gonna tell
I
you
wasn't
something. Though.
getting
I'm
the
surprised
joint I
I didn't
like.
notice because, well, no, I think I met this guy after you did that.
Okay.
Because after him, I like inspect people's hair, like men's hair. I'm like, bro, if you got some weave in this shit, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out. We can't both like wrap our hair at night, bro.
I mean, you still gotta wrap your hair even if you got braids, too.
Yeah, that's
you got to. I
wouldn't know.
But that's why I like. There's no in between with me. I either like men with like short hair or a lot of hair.
Okay.
I respect
So everybody.
I can't do the little braids and the.
Yeah, pretty much you just covered the whole scope. Like, all right, yeah, I like that.
Either or.
I got
All right,
short hair and dreads. I'm like,
Nigga said, bald or
So everyone?
Either short hair or I don't like men who like braids. And shit.
So you don't like-
They gotta
so-
get their hair done and
saw
shit.
that?
So that's the thing. So the process, right? Like, so I had the process, right?
He gotta get a retwist how often? Every other month, 2-3 months, maybe.
I don't get retwists.
Okay.
Oh, see?
Even better.
Talk that
Shut
shit.
it up.
Talk
Shut
that
it
shit. I
up.
don't
But
twist
you know,
nothing
there's
on
the
it.
awkward phase in between like braids where you just got like a half row.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like,
That's what I'm saying.
but if you got a,
Nigga act like he can relate. Like, bro, all right, like, we get it, bro. Like, yeah.
I had a half
All
row.
right, yeah, we
Whoever-
saw you had the
Yo.
Allen Iverson, like,
Lo
y'all was
looked
getting
at
his
me
hair
like-
braided on the, like, okay.
Lowe's eyes when you said that, he was like, this motherfucker.
Man, I know. Listen, I've had many
I
hairstyles
know
over
the-
my lifetime, and I'm proud of each one of them, yo.
And now
I
I'm
wanna
thinking
be
they
able
were
to-
all weave.
They weren't all. I'm telling you, I could go back and point at the specific episode that had
I know the one where you
Weave
try
is
to shake your
supposed to
hand
make
down.
this shit
I
look.
remember that.
You
I
were
have it
trying
on-
to shake your, like, bro, like, you have
He was
rubber
like,
bands
look.
just like,
He even
Yeah.
did the bad bitch pat.
yeah, I'm like, nigga, what are you doing?
I already
Well, it was
knew.
itchy first off, so any real nigga know you gotta hit with one of these. You know?
I
any-
hope real
any-
ones don't
any
know.
real
Why would
nigga
they know
know?
that?
Yes.
All right, man.
You ain't trying to scratch your braids out. You wouldn't know because Feel me. Anyway,
You ever catch me with a weave in my head?
well,
Yo,
you gotta tie it into something.
This is
Lo.
what
It's
I
not
wish for
gonna-
every man who puts
Okay.
extensions in his hair. I want it to fall out at the worst time possible.
Here's the thing.
What, the extensions?
Yes.
I could probably
And embarrass
name.
you.
I could probably name 4 or 5 of your favorites. 4 or 5 of your favorites.
Who?
Who?
They got some
Weave?
tweed.
I
Some
wish.
tweed.
I hope you
Some
can.
tweed in
God.
the weaves. They all do it. They
Who?
all do it. It's the
Who?
dirty secret.
Have you
Oh, now
seen
you're part of the hair
Have you
community?
seen the people I
Yup.
fuck with? They will
Yup.
not put fake
I had
hair in their
to.
head.
My hair braider had to convince me like she was Johnny Cochran before I was like, all right, fine, put the weave in, yo. Because I was just like you. I'm like, I ain't putting no weave in my hair.
Don't try to make it seem like there's more of y'all.
There is.
Right,
There
don't, like,
is.
It's not
I
a
promise
community
you.
of motherfuckers. That
Bow
do what you do.
Wow, Omarion.
None of these are my
anybody.
favorites.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't mean you're specific.
You're naming niggas like, I don't. I'm
But
just,
you
I
said
know
you
your
can name 3
specific
of my
favorites.
favorites.
But she
all right, so
was
what, Jay got a weave?
Jay who? Jay-Z?
Yeah.
I think he does. I think he put some fake hair in there. I definitely think he put some fake hair in there. He went 1 year. I know he went vegan. I know he was eating good, all that type of stuff. Your hair ain't growing that quick. At 40, 50, how old is he?
54.
50-something years old? You got a full head of full dreads.
You jealous?
At 40, I'm not
You jealous?
we just
Y'all think Burna Boy does it?
we just not paying attention to
No.
science no more, genetics.
No, right?
No.
we just grow.
That's natural.
We just grow full dreads
I'm in the clear.
at a certain age.
Bro,
It would shock you if Jay had some fake dreads.
it would shock me. I don't think he does.
I think he got a little bit of weave in there. I think he does.
That's jealousy.
I think he does. It's not jealousy at all. It is not jealousy, man. You name me the person who's growing dreads at 50.
A bunch of Rastas?
And you name one.
A bunch of niggas that live
Rastas
fucking...
never cut their hair,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true.
They've had dreads since they was kids.
It still
I'm talking
grows
about
and grows
you had
and
a
grows.
Caesar at 40 plus, and you got full dreads.
Did we not see the evolution of how this nigga's head was growing?
Healthy dreads too, not even like the grayish sort of Wheezy dread. Yeah. How Wheezy got worse dreads than Jay? How? How, Sway? Because Weezy's actually been growing his hair out for that long.
Wayne.
Oh, okay. We're going by rap skill now to determine hair texture.
That's
what we're doing.
Here we go.
We got a Holes to go.
Here we go.
Holes to go. He can't possibly put some fake.
No, I'm just saying Wayne has had health issues, so like that affects the texture and the quality of your hair.
I'm sure.
Listen,
As
long as y'all don't think Burna Boy got fake dreads.
He's of age.
Look, he about to see.
No. I think this is real. I think this is real. I think if anybody was to get some fake hair,
right,
it's probably Hoes. It's probably Hoes. Who gonna check him?
It's jealousy.
Who gonna check him? Why would I be jealous of the man?
Jealous.
There's other reasons to be jealous of him. It's not the hair. I bet you if you hook Hove up to a lie detector test right now.
Hove, calling.
There is.
Let us know if it's real or fake.
At least more than one species up there.
I don't think he would do that though.
At least.
I don't think he would care enough to do that.
I don't think he would, but like, come on, son. This man had
that jealousy is seeping through the microphone.
What was it? Magna Carta Holy Grail, he had a Caesar like me. 444, he had full dreads. Okay. You can't keep a grown man down. He had all that shit.
Okay.
And it's all natural. I get it, he went vegan. I get it, he eating good. When you eat good and you're healthy, all that stuff. That's all that is.
Hair grows.
Your hair is just
faster. It's healthier.
Your hair is just a symbol of your health, overall health.
So then, why is it so like just far gone that that's just all natural?
I don't know, man. Did you see the interview he had with Gayle King? Yeah. He was talking about when Blue was like, "Yo, when are you gonna cut the hair? When are you gonna cut it?"
Yeah, he was supposed to he said he was getting ready to cut it. Actually,
well, that maybe album time. Maybe that's what it is. But listen, I don't know no grow. First off, we got some photos right here from Hella Beautiful.
I hate how much First Choice looks like him.
All right, boom. He started growing the hair 2017. 2017.
That is Hope's kid, bro.
Why that shit just instantly popped in my head? I'm like, that nigga looks just like...
First Choice looks just like Hope, dog. And it annoys me so bad.
Yo, shout out to my God Choice, man.
All right, we got 2020. All right, 2020. All right, boom. See, look, come on, son. Come on, son.
What's wrong with that?
Come on, son. From 2020 to 2021. Are you serious? Are you serious, bro?
That's Photoshop.
Give me a break, bro.
Please tell me that's Photoshop.
Give me a break, bro. Look at the evolution. You mean to tell me he ain't throwing a little ting-ting in there? He ain't throwing a little something? I'm sure up until 2019 it was still him. This is still all him.
This is
I think 2020 was right when he was like,
2020.
Oh, something going on. Something going on.
Okay. All right. Point proven.
And I love
Point proven.
You don't find no bigger home lovers in here at all.
Point proven.
But I'm saying, man, don't make it seem like I'm the only man in the history of hair who's ever had some extra hair.
Point proven.
I'm honest.
That looks fucking wild.
Point proven.
I don't know why Cass pay attention to that.
Yeah, he got a whole horse in there.
That shit is funny.
He got a whole horse. All right, say less.
That shit is funny.
I respect it,
that
though,
nigga
bro.
cut off Mr. Ed's tail.
He was like, yo, he
say less. He got that. You're right. All right, cool. My fault.
I
didn't want to hate.
He's still a GOAT. I don't care. He's still a GOAT. Still the GOAT.
Oh my God! If not,
I'm just saying it's more.
Not my favorite wearing a weave.
It's more. It's more common than you think. I think we should be a lot more
open
and accepting to men.
No, isn't Nas growing his hair out right now too? Isn't Nas growing his hair out?
I think Nas grew his hair out too.
Tip got a weave.
Who?
T.I.
T.I. Let me see. Let's see T.I. hair right now. I think T.I. grew out some.
I didn't think today.
But T.I. ain't as old as Hope. That's the thing that gets me. One, it was the year by year progression, and it's the fact that Hope is pushing 50 or over 50 at this point. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Not crazy.
No, but I get it now.
I'm an advocate for the weave. I'm the advocate for like doing what you feel like. Doing what you feel makes you feel more beautiful.
Yeah, like, yo,
makes you more confident.
Get this texture, get this length, sew it in here. Yeah, They collaborated on that weave.
Well, if your hairline was cooperating, you wouldn't do no weave a little bit?
Fuck no.
I think, pause, you got a small head. I think you would work braids. I think you have a braid head. Like, there's certain... I'm saying, like...
Lowe's hand went up.
Like,
Just,
I got a big dome.
Just stop.
I got a big dome, and I think that's a bigger reason why my dreads didn't work, my braids didn't work. But I think you can pull it off.
I don't want to have a conversation with my niggas like, yeah, you got a weave head.
I think you got a weave head, bro.
You can put some weave in that. No,
I'm so used to you in the fitted, bro. Like,
Yeah,
nothing would make me happier than watch you walk out with straight backs underneath them joints.
that's
yo.
what you think about when you think of me? Straight
What?
backs?
No, I'm saying it would.
well, what kind of
It
hair?
would
I've
make
known
you
for-
happy?
I've known you for so long. Yes, it would make
If
me
you
happy
had
one
hair,
day
what
see
kind of
you with
hair would you
hair.
have?
I just have a season.
You would just keep it low. You wouldn't
Nah.
experiment with nothing.
Not at all.
Really? If I could just wave a magic wand, I would 1,000,000% get dreads. Like, just to have.
It just don't look right on
Like, if
certain
I
people.
could,
Like, Push, he's good with that. Wayne, they're good with that. Fucking Allen Iverson, he was good with that.
The minute I
Jay,
cut
alright.
my hair, when I cut my braids, the first thing I was thinking about was all the times when I was like in high school and I was growing I used to just have froze and grow it out, and I'd never braid it.
Yeah.
I just have like the Kobe thing going on, just a little baby
A little
afro.
yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, as healthy as my hair was, imagine if I just kept it just growing out and all that stuff. But I wasn't,
Yeah, you don't have a braid head.
I think I could have pulled dreads off though.
No.
I think I could have pulled dreads
God, no.
off. I think I could.
Like, you look perfect right there.
now because you're used to it. I
Yeah.
think it'll be like
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
it'll be like the Chicklet
Right.
teeth,
That's
you
it.
know? The Chicklet teeth are jarring at
Nah,
first.
you too big for dreads.
How many big motherfuckers do you know with dreads?
Not a
Almost
lot.
every big dude you know has dreads, yo. Every big dude that you're
Nah.
into is like 6'4" with dreads.
I was gonna say a
yo.
name, but I'm.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I think
Yeah.
with my build, I could have pulled off. You know what I mean? If I could wave a magic wand, I'd either do that or you wouldn't get 360 waves, bro?
No.
You wouldn't get 360s? You're tripping. Everybody would do 360s.
I don't
always
have
once.
the head for it. Like,
No, I'm
my
saying you got
hairline
a
is-
magic wand. Like, you just like, yo, God came down and was like, Lo, I've cursed you with this Horus hairline for
Right.
far too long, sir. Yabba dabba do. What is it at your head? Pick a hairstyle.
I know.
Yeah, but
My
you-
hairstyle would
wild.
be permanently bald where I didn't have to get a cut. It's just bald. And I just have my beard. Boom.
Get laser.
No, I'm not spending money
Oh, okay. Well,
to permanently fix my
There's
hair.
no black
help you.
hairstyle you ever want more than a baldy at all. Damn, man. Even in the Iverson peak, you wasn't trying to get no straight backs? Iverson had everybody want to get straight backs.
It was for a second.
Yeah.
For a second.
He
I'm
made-
like, yeah, for a second.
Nobody did more for the braids community than Allen Iverson.
Iverson.
Everybody wanted braids
Yeah.
because of this
Yeah.
man, yo.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know. Nipsey did that too. He brought it back.
well, Nipsey had
I mean,
a little
braids
bit
never
more to-
left.
No, but like people that it became like a signature look.
I think to me it was Iverson and Mello. Like Iverson and Mello made the braids look just
Yeah,
cool.
Mello, yeah.
Like,
Mello.
you know what I mean?
Mello's looked rough though.
Right.
His looked like he.
It was
I
the
remember.
headband combo.
Yeah.
The braids of the headband.
Mello.
Yeah.
Mello looked like whenever he went to get his shit rebraided, he went to Baltimore to do it.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
how crazy his shit.
I
was.
never understood though why bald men like y'all all just come with beards.
Well,
It's
the
part
hair's
of the
got to go
package.
somewally. You know what I mean?
That's part of the package. That's
Alright.
literally it. Like
Okay.
I can't do the bald and nothing here.
Yeah.
All right, this is.
I'm
going
bringing
far
my
too
beard
long.
back though.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know
my
how long
joint
we
is-
stayed. Like how long?
I'm done with
It's a lot of
the
hair.
beard hair talk.
Oh, sorry
we stayed
about
on this
that.
for a long.
Yeah,
We
too
did.
long.
It's
It was
all
good, but it
good.
was
All right,
entertaining.
let's move on then. Nicki Minaj dropped a new album
Yes, she
this
did.
week.
Yeah,
Y'all like it?
Pink Friday 2.
it's all right.
It's all right.
No, it's more than all right.
Um,
It's more than all right.
I gotta give it to Nicki, man, for all the
Bullshit.
BS that comes with the. I'm not even gonna say
Yeah,
the
see,
name because
tread
I don't want the.
lightly, tread lightly.
I don't want the
Tread lightly, because I already
for
know
all the
where this is
BS
going.
that comes around, like the Nicki verse, I'll just say that she still be rapping, bro. Like I gotta give it to
Yeah.
her. Like
There's nothing.
she rapping. Yo.
There's nothing. There's nothing surprising about her maturity, lyrically, and just music in general.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to this album, it's a lot of experimenting going on, but it's a lot of stuff that we heard on Pink Friday just elevated to another level. So when you listen to like,
Pink Friday was a long time ago,
it was amazing.
and it's like with Nicki, I feel like this album was so
well thought
important
out
to her
Yeah.
and thought out, because you got to remember all the albums that came out before then, a good majority of them, I won't say all the albums, but a good majority of her previous albums, and I'm not putting women against each other or anything like that.
It's hip hop, bro.
But when you rap about
It's
being the
hip-hop.
#1 bitch in rap, you got to compare him to all the other ninjas in rap.
Right.
And she went unopposed for a long time, right? Like, but now there are more prominent female rappers than I could say, and probably since like the 90s. And it wasn't just, oh, she's just gonna drop the quintessential rap lady bars that all the rapper ladies are gonna love, right? Now there's so much more diversity, and you know, I'm a man of a different century, so I judge the success of albums on Instagram captions, right? Like, I don't care about sales. I don't care about quality of music, honestly. If I see enough people using your lyrics for Instagram comments, I'm like, you got yourself a heater. You got yourself a heater. I'm just saying, that's just me.
You got yourself a what?
A heater. You got some
Like
heat.
a #1 record, or
No, I'm so. If I'd never
when you
have
say
another,
heater, what do you mean by that?
like, you got some fire on you.
Okay.
Like, it's good. It's a good album. If I never have another album sales conversation in my life, I'll be too happy too. I'll be too happy. I think that whole conversation about #1 hits and first week sales and all that jazz.
It's a part of the conversation when you talk about hip hop. It's gonna be a
part of the conversation.
It still is.
I think the way
how we look at it, maybe not, but it's very much prevalent today.
I think the way we consume music, I don't even think it's accurate to even properly judge an album by how many streams or how many albums it sells in the first week, because a lot of albums I don't even get to on the first week anymore. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that,
for me, it's a job, right? So I have to
all right, so take the job out of it. Just as somebody who just consumes music as a hobby. You know what I mean? Like,
when you're consuming it as a hobby, you have a preference.
Well, you're of a generation of people. We're all of a generation of people who had to go and actually physically get music. And I always say that. I always say that is
a lost art.
Not just a lost art, but I feel like that has taken away so much of the conversation of what goes on around music anymore, because it's so easy to just pull up a phone that everybody has and stream a song on shitty iPhone speakers that everybody has and come to a conclusion that may or may not be accurate, right?
I think what it is, it's the accessibility that we didn't have when, we was coming up. And I think it makes it easier to find and to pick and to choose, what is on the table.
Yeah, I think
which is part of the problem, because it's so much.
I don't even think it's a problem. I just think it's a different way of judging an album success now. Like, if somebody sells a zillion records on the first week, like, yeah, it's impressive, but it's like the ease of access to it is so different than it was.
Which is why I say it's part of the problem. Because now it's like you can't really determine.
I say it's not a problem in the sense that, like, the ease of access to the album it could be a good thing too. If you sell a zillion if you get a zillion streams, it's an accomplishment. It's just a different type of accomplishment in my eyes.
And I guess when you say the weight of the numbers conversation doesn't really match up with the quality of said project.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, because then now everybody's so eager to say, oh, this is a classic. Oh, this is that. I'm like, well, you didn't really sit with this. But because it's right here and it's just like boom, boom, boom.
I may not be as tapped in as I once was, but I can't remember the last time an album came out that made people say this is a classic.
Well, that word is one. That word is tossed around so much, and two,
it's a stupid word to use when describing an album that just came
out. It's just like fam. Like,
as soon as people say that, I think my mind just immediately
turns
goes
off.
Click.
Yeah, it's like, how do you know? Like, have you sat with this? What memory? What moment? What is it that?
I think only now. I think only now, and I think you do a great job of this online. I think only now you can start to talk about specific albums being classics, because a lot of the albums that, like, first off, me personally, I feel like if you even have to approach an album that is over 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 years old, and you're asking it's a classic, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Like, I think if it's even in the conversation 10
there's
years
a bunch
later,
of albums that came out 10,
So what's
12
the
years
time?
ago that
What's
we
the time
don't.
span on that then?
I give it 5.
yeah,
years?
I would
5
say like
years.
5-6
5
years. Like
and up.
if like
If it still hit the same?
not even if it hits the same.
Like,
If it's,
I'm just-
That's a true fact.
there's certain songs or albums that just hit differently.
That's what
Either
I'm
not
saying.
even hit the
so
same.
No, because if you revisit it 5 years from now and it still hits the same, that's a
Yeah.
classic to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But even that, like, I feel like,
or even got better.
yeah, like there's certain moments that have happened. There's certain songs that are tied into specific moments in your life or just in pop culture.
Right.
Or there's the influence that it gave out, where many other people followed a certain blueprint that you can't necessarily talk
That's why I
about.
say you can't say that after fucking 72 hours
No.
or 2 months,
And
even a year.
you know, that's why the who has classic albums conversation is always funny to me, because it's just a way of us saying like who has the superior album. That's really what we want to talk about. Like, what album is superior to that is out to the stuff that's out right now. A classic album is an album where if I'm telling a story,
universally accepted, loved, revered, revisited, that's a classic album. Something that's universally just like that shit.
And if I can't tell the story of someone's career or a specific genre without a specific album, then it's not a classic.
You got to point to a body of work in that person's career that says this is who this motherfucker is, and this is the epitome.
But some people have more than one of those. You know what I mean? Like, we could talk about Kendrick, right? And saying when Good Kid, Mad City came out, boom,
this is what happened. This
classic
is what's going
moment.
on.
Shit changed.
Right.
Brand new dude. He wasn't even. What's up?
I love that album.
Love that album.
See, look how it made you feel.
It was an instant classic when it came out.
It was a classic.
It was an instant classic when it came out, and it was also a pivotal moment in hip hop where, you know, he wasn't even the top guy on TDE.
Bro, it was his road. That was his roadmap.
Yeah, like
we followed him throughout. He told his story about his life, and he was just getting started.
Yeah, I think with Kendrick, the reason why it was easy to deem that a classic when it first dropped is not just because the skill level was high, but he told stories. And it was like, if I didn't know who this dude was, all I gotta do is listen to this album and I have a good idea of who this person is. And watching him grow, I could still go back to that album and see, wow, look how far this dude has come, because he's still telling stories. Yep. But that, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, like all those are just evolutions of
just him
skillful
as a person.
storytelling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean,
it's easy for those.
Yeah.
When it comes to like a Nicki Minaj, let's just use Nicki for example, just since she just dropped, right? She's been around for so long.
2007, 8?
Yeah, just about, right? She's
15,
been around for most of the 2000s.
Yeah.
And for a long time, and I think J. Cole even like mentioned this sort of in the rap a little bit in the verse, where he's just basically like, man, like I don't even think Nicki gets enough praise and props, and I guess a lot of it is her own doing, because
I was about to make that point.
A lot of that is her own doing, but I mean, you gotta understand, like she came through Smack DVDs,
held that shit down for like 10 years,
held down the women's lane for a long time.
I think,
if you're talking about
longevity, she's there.
Of all women,
she's there.
Who's had a longer run?
She's there. It's
you know
her.
What I mean? So it's like you gotta.
Like I hate it because there's so much good that she does musically, right? There's so much shit that she has that sometimes gets glossed over, sometimes gets ignored, because of the bullshit on the B side.
Yeah,
and it's just like, fam, like when you give us this, what we just got Friday. Bro, you that.
Yeah.
But then it's like the online bullshit, the bickering, the back, behind the scenes shit. Like, it's just like, that takes away from like saying, yo, Nicki is one of the greatest.
I don't know if it takes away from it, but it definitely makes the experience different.
It makes it harder.
It definitely makes
I
it
just miss when we didn't know as much about people.
Yeah.
I don't want to know your personality. Just if I like your music and shit, I just want to know that.
Yeah, like I've definitely got to the point where I just withdraw. I'm trying to withdraw a lot from Instagram's fine, but like Twitter, specifically Twitter.
It's hard for us because I look at like when we look at Twitter, it's just like a fucking, it's like a train wreck. Like you can't turn away from it. Like when you look at when you're in traffic and there's a car crash, the only reason why niggas are moving slow because they being nosy.
Yeah.
Like it ain't their car that's fucked up or whatever the case is. Like they're just, and that's what we do with music with artists. We're just looking, when we should just be looking at the music. And like you said, too much access fucks up your perception of how good this person actually is. So if you just shut the fuck up, you know, kill the tweets or kill the bullshit or whatever the case is and just give us bodies of work, then it's like, all right, yeah, like, nigga, whoever, you're nice. But we're just so enthralled with like, we wake up and it's like, all right, what this person tweet or what is...
Not me.
No, I'm not saying y'all, but just in general.
No.
But like to your point, yeah, if we knew less, a lot of these conversations wouldn't be had.
I've definitely gotten to like, when it comes to my social media use, I'm definitely in my observant phase now.
Yeah.
Like I used to be very much share every thought, share every take, share every take. Now I just watch, man, because not even just,
I'm just cracking jokes and just doing music takes. Outside
not
of
even
that,
just
like,
not even just in the music space, but you know, I'll post whatever I gotta do for like work stuff. But just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if it's just a reflection of the world right now.
It's exhausting.
But it is exhausting just to see what's going on out there every single day, you know? And I don't want that to take away from, I don't want that to take away from my enjoyment of something I really love, which is music.
Right.
And some of my favorite artists, I think all my favorite artists don't tweet, right? Like,
unless they're promoting,
or unless they're promoting something. I think almost every artist of importance has either become strictly Instagram or strictly TikTok,
or it goes to your point about the observant phase.
Yeah.
All these guys that we love or whatever the case is, they watch
because they won't tweet, they won't post, but they'll know every single online reference, every single, you know, trend that people are doing or talking about that, and they'll rap about it for the relatability standpoint.
I mean, like Jay did that with Damn Daniel.
Yeah.
That shit blew up. It was 2 weeks later, boom.
But that's hilarious though, right? Like he puts Damn Daniel in the verse, and I'm sure a good majority of people won't even know what the hell he's talking about because it's
now.
It was that Damn Daniel video was such a fleeting moment online, but it was big.
But at that moment,
everyone was like,
oh,
he watches online like we all do. But now it's just like a couple years later, I'm listening to the verse, I was like,
didn't age well.
No, it was funny in the moment, and it like we can reference it when we hear it. I'm like, oh, I remember that time. I remember what that was. We all do.
Yeah, it was a timestamp.
Right.
So I get it. I definitely get it. Man, it's been a fun week of, not even fun week, it's been a fun couple of months of sports, I want to say. The in-season tournament just wrapped up.
Yep.
Lakers won that. Bron adds another something to his chest.
They did win?
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, Lakers won. And then that Sunday, he goes and watches his son make his college basketball debut for USC. He came off the bench. But he played all right. 4 points, had a chase down block, all that type of stuff.
Where do you see his career going?
Bronny's a good player, man. Obviously, the health is the most important thing, right? Just the fact that he's back out there playing healthy, that's great.
That's the main issue.
And that's the main thing. But obviously, what makes everything interesting with Bronny is because his dad has flat out said, I'm playing with my son wherever I go. So now we're in this mix where it's like, well, he had a little bit of a health scare.
That kind of derails the timeline for him.
I think it kind of puts, I think it kind of changes the timeline, not just for him, but I think for front offices. I think going into his college season, he was a McDonald's All-American and played at Sierra Canyon, played top flight competition everywhere. He's not playing against bums. He's properly rated as far as like where he is in his class. And I think if I remember correctly, he might have been a top 20, top 30 player in his class, something like that. I'll say all that to say, like, it makes the injury sort of puts a different timestamp or a different timeline on the franchises too. Because I think there's a lot of NBA teams out there, especially you see LeBron James now, who still looks like he could play another 4 or 5 years if he needs to.
Yeah, 21st.
What team would not take Bronny James Even if he wasn't as ready to play in the NBA, knowing that
Yeah.
Pops
you're
is
going to get
coming.
LeBron
Yeah,
also.
Pops
You know what I
is
mean?
right behind me.
So it's like, I get that. But before you know, the
Wait,
health
so
scare.
he said it on some like he's willing to leave the Lakers and
Yeah.
go wherever. Oh.
Like they said that they had I think they posted a mock draft or something. They had Bronny going to the Atlanta Hawks, and then LeBron quote tweeted it and was like, "All right, I guess we out to Atlanta." LOL, laughing. But I was like, I think this nigga's serious. Like,
Nah, he's dead ass.
I think he'd do
dead
it.
ass.
No, he's
He's
dead ass.
dead ass serious. That's all he's
he'll
waiting for.
uproot
I
that
feel.
family like, all right, we're going to Atlanta.
I think the grand scheme is now that I'm putting my galaxy brain thought on. He wins this in-season tournament. It takes place in Las Vegas. Been very open and honest about wanting to own a team, that franchise that goes to Las Vegas.
And wanted to, yeah.
I think
He's setting the stage.
I think LeBron. I think Bronny is. I think the what's the word? I think the anticipation, the expectations have been lowered a little bit now that he's hurt. I think Bronny does it maybe a year, does 2 years in college, maybe another.
You give him 2 at USC?
I would. I mean, how? If he has a break, if he breaks out in the middle of the season, I'm sure a team's going to be drooling over themselves to
play again,
sign him. But it's a different era, right? Like it's USC. He's the highest paid NIL athlete in America right now. He's making $3 million a year just to play
and he's a
college
Nike
basketball.
athlete.
And he's a Nike athlete. And for a lot of players, we've been seeing it over the past several years. It's a lot more beneficial to stay in college and be a superstar and get paid league money.
But when you have the equation of your father,
right,
wanting to play with your father, which is something that we haven't really seen.
Yeah,
you kind of like, all right, the college shit is cool, but I'll never get that moment again.
Right, which
So
is
it's
why
like-
I think the grand plan is that Las Vegas team. And whenever they damn, I think at the Jameson now. Right when we get to what you call it?
Go.
What just happened?
What? like, anyway, I think the grand master plan is for him to get that team in Las Vegas and draft his son and play on the team also. While
I don't see it happening actually.
You don't see him getting drafted?
No, I don't see them playing together.
That's gonna.
I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I think.
I wanted to. I just don't. I don't think it works. Like,
well, here's the thing.
LeBron
LeBron could be. He has a player option, I think, next year, so he can opt out and be a free agent wherever. By the time Bronny's ready to join the NBA,
but that timeline is shaky because of the injury. Because he needs.
Well, he played yesterday, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and if we get to February, March, and he's looking good again, maybe he comes out this year. But I don't know, man. Like LeBron has been brilliant in the way he sort of structures his contracts. Yeah. It wouldn't shock me if
he has a 1-year deal, right?
I think he has 1 year left.
Okay.
But I wouldn't who wouldn't sign LeBron to a 1 year deal, knowing that okay, I'm gonna do this 1 year with my son wherever they drafted, and then I'm gonna buy this Vegas team, and then we all out.
What Vegas team is that?
So the NBA is trying to expand, right?
Yeah.
So
Vegas
Las Vegas, Seattle, St. Louis, and I think Vancouver are the cities that might be getting.
Vegas makes the most sense.
I think Vegas is probably the most likely.
Vegas literally makes the most sense.
Yeah, Vegas is probably the most likely, followed by Seattle as far as being bringing teams back or having teams join the NBA. But I think the grand master plan is, and why would we doubt it at this point? Like LeBron's lived a storybook sort of life and career. Why
there's no way to finish your career than playing with your son.
Why wouldn't he play with his son on a team that he owns in Las Vegas? That's expansion.
You can't write it any different.
That has no expectations, right? I think that's the key caveat here, right? Like Bronny's gonna have so many expectations already, just being LeBron's son and coming into the league. How many times do we see kids' sons come into the NBA and they got a target on their back just because their dad did whatever? I don't think it's gonna be any bigger than it is on him. I think the best situation for Bronny is going to a team with his dad that's going to have zero expectations. And you can't get more zero expectations
than a franchise,
than an expansion team that is just joining the league, that you know isn't going to be up for no championships, and we all know
there's no record you have.
No.
Now we can set the record. Now we can make the records.
Right.
Gotcha.
Like that is how you start the there's
That's how you
no
start a
better way
legacy.
to start the legacy.
Yeah.
And LeBron's always been about legacy, man. So there's I think that is the galaxy brain plan for LeBron James. Be part of that ownership group that starts the Las Vegas team. Draft his son.
Play with
his son in Vegas. Retire.
Own the team.
Own the team that he plays
let
for.
Him carry the legacy.
Let him carry the legacy. However long he played. And again,
this is all hypothetical.
All hypothetical.
Hypothetical situations.
But why wouldn't
guys.
it? Why wouldn't it work out for LeBron at this point like this? Right? Everything else probably.
Everything else was already storybook. Like this is like the final chapter.
Yes.
Speaking of basketball and you know, good teams.
Okay.
Where do we see the Golden State Warriors right now? There's a lot of chatter about them.
Ooh, man. Warriors in a tough spot.
A lot of chatter about them not being championship contenders. You know, Draymond doing the shit he's doing. Clay looks frustrated. Steph looks frustrated. Kerr's frustrated. Where is this projecting going with them for this?
Well, Charles Barkley said it last week. Bob Myers got off the Titanic right before it was sinking, right? Like, I think they kind of knew what it was. They gave Draymond the thank you bag last year, which is basically like, all right, it's between you and Jordan Poole. You know what I mean? We're going to get rid of Jordan Poole. We're going to give you the thank you bag for everything you've done over. We're not paying you for the future. We're paying you for what you've done in the past.
Right.
We're going to keep the core together. We're going to sell these tickets because people still want to see that core Warriors team together. But the fact of the matter is, Klay Thompson's getting old. He can't create separation like he used to. Steph is still Steph, but if you can't get somebody,
a frustration.
If you don't have somebody to spread the court around stuff, there's more people to sort of focus in on him, so he gets frustrated. Draymond's doing crazy shit, but he's actually playing all right. He's actually shooting.
Yeah, he's not playing bad.
Actually playing not bad, but you know, you gave up. I think a thing that doesn't really get talked about enough, right, is they whiffed on so many opportunities to keep that dynasty going.
Right.
Not only did the West just get better, right, but on top of that, they had those 2 bad years when they were picking in the lottery, and they had drafted James Wiseman, Kuminga, Moody, these guys who have been all right. Wiseman's not good. But at the same time, they missed out on drafting LaMelo Ball, missed out on drafting Tyrese Halliburton, missed out on drafting a lot of really good players that probably would have fit like a glove next to Stephen Curry.
Right.
And because you won that championship last year or 2 years ago,
you wanted to keep that mold together, but you also passed up on a lot of good.
And you escape a lot of that slander that I think, as a Knicks fan, we don't ever escape, right? And the Knicks haven't won anything.
Well, yeah, we know that.
But anytime they miss out on a draft pick or somebody gets drafted like right before them or several spots after them, you hear nonstop, oh, I can't believe the Knicks could have had this, had that.
Yeah.
The Warriors, who had 2 top 5 picks and essentially whiffed on both of them, like, mind you, okay, Anthony Edwards goes 1, but you could have took LaMelo right there. And LaMelo next to Stephen Curry would have been insane to watch.
Yeah.
Next year, you got Tyrese Halliburton, who was there. And a lot of people passed on Tyrese Halliburton. I think he went 15th overall or something like that. I think when you have that core of Steph, Clay, Dre, Steve Kerr, you keep them as happy as possible and you just fit in the pieces around it. Jordan Poole didn't fit in. They shipped him out of there. James Wiseman didn't really grow at a certain time. They shipped him out of there. But I will say, you know, even the best version of the Warriors, I don't think is a championship level team this year.
Not at all.
Because, you know, even if they're all playing Golden State Warriors level basketball, there's other teams out there playing Golden State Warriors level basketball better than them now. You know what I mean? Like the Sacramento Kings get up and down the court. We just see what the Indiana Pacers do. Denver Nuggets, what the Joker's all about.
LA's moving.
Dominating. LA is going to be in the mix. I mean, the Clippers just got James Harden. They're starting to figure it out a little bit over there. I mean, then you got Dallas, who's floating around with Luka and Kyrie. Like, the entire conference just got better.
They
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And Phoenix is there too. You know what I mean? Like
Forgot about them.
those are like 7 or 8 teams that
They gotta worry about.
even at Golden State's best, I'm like, I don't know if they could take.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
I'm taking them over KD, Book, and Beal. Or
I gotta say this.
what's up?
I understand why you have like 3 sports shows.
Mm.
Because the way you break shit down
I'm good at this.
is insanely
I'm
impressive.
good at this. Thank you. Do
Like-
this every day.
Yeah, like, but no, like you're fucking nice at this shit.
Thank you.
I
I
just
just
had
win
to-
people a lot of money on Fanatic Sportsbook. Go
Yeah.
sign up.
I just
and
had
to. Thank you. No, I appreciate
you're
that.
insanely nice at this shit, bro.
But yeah, no, I mean, the Warriors they got a new arena. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
built the Chase Center right there downtown San Francisco. You ain't selling tickets, breaking up Clay and Steph,
Bring up
right?
that dynasty. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could have paid Clay this year. They didn't. You know?
I think that's where his frustration comes in. as
Yeah.
well.
Clay
And
is.
you see it on his face.
Yep. And on top of that, he's not as good as he used to be, too.
Like you
So
say, he's
that's-
getting older.
Yeah,
Moving
the
a little bit
Achilles,
slower.
the Achilles
Yeah.
injury is
Yeah.
is nothing to sneeze at, that, which makes Kevin Durant's ability to still be this nice at this age incredible because he tore his
Ridiculous.
Achilles
Yeah.
and he's still
Nigga
just
came
as
back
good.
better.
Probably better, right? Probably
Like,
more
literally
efficient.
came back better.
You know, but not everybody heals that way, so it's tough to see. So I think in the next year, that Warriors team is going to look insanely different. I don't think Klay Thompson's a Warrior next year. I think he goes to
Yeah, I don't
another
think so
team
either.
where he could just spot up and be a guy. I think they're trying to find somebody to not waste the prime Steph years because Steph is still, you know, he's still in
He's
that
gotta
class
have
of
that number 2 next to him as his career is.
well, everybody would like to.
No,
LeBron's got
of
AD,
course. Yeah.
KD's got Devin Booker, Steph Curry,
And Bradley Beal.
and Bradley Beal. Steph Curry ain't gonna do nothing with a broken down Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? So, and the good thing about it is there'll be plenty of suitors because I don't think anybody out there would not like to play
Next to
with
Steph.
Steph Curry. Damn.
I want to ask you a question.
Ask away, bro. What's up?
So I was, at, Sahara last night. We were talking about artists that have these sports guys executive produce or
Okay.
chime in on their project. So
Okay.
I wanted to pose a question to you guys, right?
Okay.
Give me an artist and then give me a ball player and who would you want them to executive produce like the album? Like, so if you had Drake and KD, they did that with Scary Hours 3.
Mhm.
So give me a ball player and give me an artist that match up.
I would want
Like Bron did it with 2 Chainz.
Marshawn Lynch to executive produce
Anything.
a
Anything.
T Grizzly album.
They damn near look like the
They
same
damn near
person.
look alike. Detroit and Oakland are like musical cousins to me, right?
That's
Very
right.
lots of dum dum dum
Loud,
dum dum.
Yeah.
That type of
aggressive.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lots
yeah.
of shake, all that shit. But they're just on opposite sides
the
of the
earth,
country.
yeah.
If you go to Detroit, if you go to Oakland and you go to Detroit and you close your eyes a few times,
You won't
you won't
know where
really
you're
know
at.
much of a difference,
Yeah,
right?
You won't know where you're at.
Yeah, but I like T Grizzly, man. Like I think and Detroit artists in general just come with a
Yeah.
certain edge to them, like a certain, you know what I mean. And you imagine Beast Mode, you know what I mean, saying like, "Hey, cuz that shit don't." You know, I don't know if he sound like that.
Nigga, you work with him. You know how he sounds.
Right.
Fuck, nigga. You,
I said
you
it
did a
more.
TV show
It
with
was
this
more. It was
nigga.
more Snoop than Marshall on that
Yeah.
impression. It was like,
hey,
it's like,
cuz. Like,
it's
no,
like-
that's not how you talk, bro.
it's like, I shorty. Pull on that.
All right, Rosie. So, same question.
Oh.
Artist, athlete. The athlete has to executive produce the artist album. Who would you pick?
It could be a football player. Yeah, it
It-
can.
Football, baseball, basketball, whatever.
Mhm.
I can't think of
This is a good question.
the artist. Come
Mm.
back to me.
I'm gonna come back to you.
Yeah, come back to me.
All right, so I'm gonna do.
I'd like to see like a boxer do like an instrumental album. Like I'd like to see like
walk us through this.
I'd like to see like Terrence Crawford executive produce, like not executive produce, but like how about this?
Okay.
I would like a producer to like create a soundtrack for a boxer. Like I'd like
I
to
see what you
hear
mean.
like
I
I'd like
see-
to hear
I see
like
that.
like a Metro Boomin or a Hit Boy or
I would want. All right, so
somebody
with
to
that
just-
equation, I would say Just Blaze doing something for Mike Tyson.
Oh,
I was just thinking about Mike Tyson
yeah.
in my head right now.
But I gotta see. It's gotta be
The sound.
If we got a
the
time
sound.
machine, it's gotta be prime Mike though.
Yeah.
Like I want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you're Justin. You gotta put that bass in there.
No.
You gotta put them drums in there.
No, Mike. I think Mike's style is cohesive with Justice style because Justice is loud, aggressive,
Yeah. Can't touch the
hit
untouchable,
you
break the
very
unbreakable.
hard. But Mike, that's who Mike
It's
was.
Ovi, baby. Just see the unseeable, block the unblockable.
Yo, shut up.
Yo, imagine Mike rhyming over Just Blaze beats just like that.
It'll probably sound fire, low key,
No,
yo.
on the low.
Only because you know who it is, and
Yeah,
like Mike
yeah.
Tyson. That's the terrifying thing about Mike Tyson. Like you know what is who is
You know
where
what
that
you're
voice
getting.
is coming from. Like if you just heard the voice, and you didn't know who Mike Tyson was, 99.9% of people would be like, "Oh my god, this is fucking good." But we all know,
you would laugh.
we
but we
know.
all know that's Mike Tyson's
Right.
voice,
Like,
and
if
it's
I-
still
if
terrifying.
If we're sitting in here and the door's open, I just hear. Like, bro, it's time to go.
What?
Because I don't know what the fuck about, like, I don't know what type of time he's on. Nah, I heard what they said. I'm saying, let's go.
That's
Like, where's the other door
S's,
at? Like, yo, we
That's hella S's, bro.
bro.
Crack a 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up.
Yo, y'all love
And I
Mike.
better
fuck
be a
that.
hot summer.
Yo, Mike, we love you, bro. Like,
Barking.
it ain't me. It's that nigga. It ain't me, bro.
No, I
Like,
love Mike. You
Nah,
kidding me? Come
that
on,
shit be
man.
funny as
That'd
hell.
be funny as hell. I'd love to hear Mike over some Just Blade beats.
that'd be funny. What voice are you scared of?
What voice am I scared of?
Yeah.
And be a young boy when he's speaking.
Nah, I don't want no beef with that nigga. Like, I already saw him with that shit.
When
Nah.
he's speaking.
We all know these niggas don't take constructive criticism.
At all.
I'm leaving that
play
shit.
with me. I'm like, nah,
alone.
I'm
no,
not doing
no,
this
that,
shit.
no,
I'm good.
no, that's
I don't
not even the voice that
I don't even
scares
listen
me.
to enough young boys to give.
It's not when he's
any sort of
rapping.
To give a
criticism.
fuck.
It's when he speaks.
Yeah,
Because he's so calm, it's
That's
fucking
the scary
eerie.
part. That's the scary part.
And he sounds like Mike,
A man lives
but
in
raps out like how he raps.
the mountains in Utah called it Gravedigger Mountain.
I don't think he has much of a choice, does he?
Yeah,
all right,
that's another
all
thing.
right.
Well, he's on house arrest, man.
No, I know.
Sure is.
I
it is.
love him being a young boy, so
I don't listen
think
to
I'm
enough
safe.
young boy to even have a critique on his music.
I don't have.
you ain't
I
never
have-
woke up. Oh my god!
I know.
You woke
If
up
you-
and listened to him?
I've been
One
like
time,
Christian man
well,
in
a couple times.
2006.
But if you wake up on
Wait,
young boy time,
wait, you wake up willingly
Nah.
listening
It
to
made no sense.
not
I'm not even
every
doing this.
day.
It made no
I'm not
I've
sense.
done it, though.
Oh, it made no sense.
You- you're not-
definitely wake up on some.
Yo, bro.
Rah, rah.
Let me. All
I
right, so
feel
let's
like
go back.
Gucci Man in
Let's
2005.
shut up. Bro, let's go back to the conversation we had the other night.
Okay, which conversation is that?
This motherfucker going to hit us at 5 a.m. talking about I got a guest.
Oh God,
I did.
she did. But here's the thing, Rosie.
No,
Then, like,
okay. Wait.
You sent that text only when
when I'm outside.
your night was either just ending or just beginning.
your night had to be just ending.
You know
I was home.
I'm a father of 1.5 right now. So
But
I
you're-
was up, right?
Oh,
so I'm up. And
I could just picture your face.
I
like,
looked at the text. I'm just like,
Bro, I'm like,
sometimes, like,
what
you
the
know,
fuck?
you ever get a text at a certain time of the
I didn't want
day?
to forget, guys. That's why I did it.
I understand why you did it. But you ever get a text from a friend where it's at a specific part of the day where it's the perfect part of the day when you could just ignore it? That was Rosie's text us at 5 a.m.
Bro,
I'm just like, she knows I'm not. She doesn't know if I'm awake
she
or not.
knows we're not up. Bro,
I'm like,
my phone,
I don't even want to know.
my phone went off, right? I'm like, I just happened to turn over it. Rosie,
I was like, this
I got a
is-
guess.
It seems like a 1 p.m. response.
I'm not doing this.
I was
I'm not doing
the way,
this right
all right,
now.
the way my brain works is like if I don't get it out,
Your
I'll
brain
forget.
don't work.
It works. It just works differently.
Like, what did you think we were gonna say at 5 o'clock?
Exactly what y'all did. Follow up the next day, and then I remembered. I had already forgotten.
Well, that is exactly what had happened.
That's exactly what
yeah,
happened.
you are.
That's
Actually.
That's
Exactly
why
what
I did. I was like,
happened.
if I text them now, one of them is gonna respond tomorrow, and that'll remind me to remind this guy.
Because the funny thing is,
come.
we didn't ask who the guest was.
Nobody
Here's
cares.
the thing.
We were like, why do you have a guest at 5
my
a.m.?
my thing is,
That's what
whoever
we was so-
text, whenever I get a text that late at night,
It's a new day.
it is or early
It's
in the morning.
literally a new day.
First off, anybody texting me at that time of the day, I'm like, this is gonna need some context that only the morning.
I
can
need you to.
That only the
I need you to GPS this convo with me, like, cause I don't know what.
I'm like,
I don't know what this
bro.
is.
I don't know. Anybody? I haven't gotten a good 5 a.m. text.
Nothing good happens
Nothing
at
good
5 a.m.
unless you're together.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this shit wow. Like, yo, this shit crazy. Like, bro, I'm waking. You're like, yeah, I gotta get.
I said, I think I may have a guest for Monday. And then I wanted to table that so that somebody would respond the next day and I could remember.
Was it like you were with the person or you just had a brain?
No. We were communicating about something and then I told them, I was like, yo, we're recording on Monday if you want to come through.
Rosy, for guys who don't know, is a group chat terrorist, by the way. Like,
Rosy will say yo.
And not say
and then
shit
not say
for
nothing for 2 days.
Like, and it will
be like, yo, what?
It will sound like the utmost importance too.
Exactly.
Like, oh, shh.
I'm like, yo, what happened?
I stopped that a long time ago.
Speaking of group chats.
Like 2 years ago.
I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like,
2 years ago, I'm like, oh, God.
Yo, I don't ever want to be in another group
stop.
chat again. I'm exiting all group chats, guys.
Man, listen. But that's the thing, though. The last time we ignored, Rosy in the group chat.
She went to jail.
She went to the big house, So it's like, there's still that part. There's still that part in the back of my head. I'm like,
I can't ignore this motherfucker. Like, what's wrong? What happened?
Then it'll be like, yo, you're like, Twix and Snickers. Like, what the fuck, man?
What?
Nobody was even. That's what it was?
Well, one has peanuts, the other one doesn't.
You
They both
like
have
left Twix and
caramel.
right Twix. I like left Twix because you know what you do.
Yo, should I wear white socks or black socks? Rosie, get the fuck off my phone.
Yo.
Left
There's
Twix
no
or
in between of Rosie. It's either
hella
of the
important
utmost importance
or the dumbest of the dumb.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, I have a question for y'all.
What's up?
What's up?
All right. If y'all were athletes, right, would you rather lose a game by it being a close neck and neck game or a blowout?
Blowout all the time.
Blowout.
I'd rather blow it out.
Neck and neck is like we had a chance and there was something that we did that didn't push us over that line. And you're going to drill yourself every week after that with that specific team.
Yeah.
If I lose by 40, bro, we just got our asses whooped. Cool.
Yeah.
We done.
There's certain nights you just can't.
You just don't got it.
You just don't got it.
Athletes, because I asked two different athletes and there was two different answers.
Well,
and there was none of the above.
as an athlete,
I was about to say, like, I've been on both sides. I've lost close game.
Here we go.
We got the original Cavs back.
My final.
Been missing this nigga.
I'll never forget it. My final high school game.
He always goes into the fucking.
My final high school game was at
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant?
No. That was okay. That was my senior season. But it was against this kid named Brandon Costner who went to North Carolina State.
Okay.
He was all conference. And yeah, you probably know.
Don't say it like that.
It was at the IZOD Center, or it was Continental Airlines Arena back then. But, it was tournament champion finals, right? We was rolling through people the entire season. You know what I mean? Just any team in Jersey, we'd blow out. Like, if we played like another team from outside the state or whatever, or one of these like big, like KD's team or anything like that. Like,
get your ass beat.
No, we got our ass beat once, all right. It was just happened to be on TV, but we got our ass beat. But Jersey, we had a lock. So this is a state championship. I got my fit ready for after the game. I'm like, I wasn't getting no playing time like that anyway. I'm like, we gonna smack these dudes, right? This dude, Brandon Costner, has the game of his life, and he beats us by like 4 points, but he has like 30. And I promise you.
You was guarding him or you? Oh, you wasn't playing.
I mean, I played a little bit, but I wasn't my 30 that dude. But he was unconscious from deep.
Right.
And I think about that game more than any blowout that's ever happened. Like a blowout, like some people just got it that day. And it's like.
But why? So why do you think about that game so much?
Because it was neck and neck and they had a chance.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
They were a supreme underdog. Like we had like 4 Division I players.
Yo,
like,
so y'all were feeling yourselves and they came pretty much, they checked y'all.
Well, it wasn't even just that. He just couldn't fucking miss. Like he had the game of his life. Yeah. He was averaging maybe like 19, 20 a game that season. He had to have at least 34.
So he came
and it was all, and mind you, this is what, 2005? He's 6'8" or whatever. If you're 6'8" shooting threes and you can't miss, there's only so much you could do, right?
Yeah,
and he couldn't. Yeah, it was his night, bro.
Right.
And I think about that more than I think of any blowout. Blowouts could happen, man. You could be off. You have a bad night the day before. The other team could be having somebody who's having the game of his life or something like that. Like that happens. But
The tussle.
A close game,
close one,
losing,
yeah.
like, just,
But see, one of them said
seeing the
a
other
close
team
game.
celebrating and the freaking confetti. I guess as a competitor, you can be like, you know, you was right there. And if you have another chance at it, you can be like, I know I can beat them, whatever. That was my last high school game. I had to watch these
that
dudes.
stung a lot.
Oh,
that stung for different
boy,
reasons.
Forever. I ain't got no ring because of it. None of that. Like, it sucks. But
like, I'll even give you a good example. When the Giants played the Eagles and they did that walk-off touchdown. I know that's 6 with niggas that aren't even on that team anymore.
Because they didn't even have to punt to him. Like, they
he could have just punted it out of
bounds. But they're like, oh, screw it. We'll give Deshaun Jackson a shot.
Right. No, let's punt it right to him.
Yeah.
I know Tom Coughlin is just, I know that's still 6 with him to this very day.
What about you? You rather get blown out or a close one?
I'd rather.
You'd rather give it the old college try?
Nah, I'd rather get blown out because that means we never stood a chance.
It's like you know the answer.
But if it's a
like,
close game, it's like somebody fucked up somewhere.
That's what I'm
I
saying. Like we
sleep.
missed the mark at some point.
And then, so one of the dudes said he'd rather it be a close game because he said it's something you could tweak. The other dude said, I don't play to lose. In the conversation.
Nobody.
Oh, that's
duh.
Yeah, nobody does.
Thank you, athlete, man.
Right. I was like, that's not the question,
thanks,
bro.
Captain Obvious. Like, yeah, okay,
but then he said blowout too.
Yeah, a blow. Sometimes it's just not your night, man.
The blowout is just like, yo, bro, all right, it's done. We got fucked up.
There's certain times you're missing, like, I've been in blowouts where, like, I'm missing layup. Like, shots you make all the time.
It's just not
you know what I mean? And that happens to people on every level.
But that close game where everything is clicking, I'm making my shots, or I'm catching my routes, or this, that, and the third, or I'm hitting my points, and there's something that somebody did that fucked us over, and it's like
That's why I said I'd rather get blown out.
Yeah, I'd rather get blown out.
Because that mentally, that's
going to fuck with you.
I remember. I feel like I remember every quarter of that game where, like, the first time, I'm like, all right, we good.
It mentally
like,
terrorized
they're still sticking around. Like, oh,
nah, maybe I'd rather a close game. I couldn't take a blowout. I'd be like,
blow me out. Pause.
Hey, yo.
That's why I said pause. That's crazy.
Blow me out.
That sounds crazy.
You didn't even need to add the me, bro. You didn't. You was just saying blowout. You said blowout like 20 times. Lowe's like, blow me out.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Yeah, that was kind of wild. My fault. That was kind of wild.
You tossed it off the glass.
Okay.
I shamed it.
Shut up.
Oh, man.
What didn't we cover?
I mean, we covered a lot of stuff today. We covered our shout out to the good folks in North Carolina Central University.
Oh, yeah.
That had us. Wonder. Shout out Ninth Wonder. Great sit down over there. We got to meet a bunch of incredible students, talk to them, learn some incredible things. Shout out to Nike, PDM, all that,
Yard
putting
runners.
that together. Yard runners, of course. And man, it was a good experience, man.
It was great.
And I love those episodes where we're just getting gems and people just.
We don't have to talk. Like, all we gotta do is just throw the alley-oop. Like, when Aristotle,
I think it's with Aristotle and Guzman here. Like, I love those.
Like,
I love
gems,
those episodes.
You know what I mean? Like,
but there's nothing like this. There's nothing like.
Oh, it's not like it's not like
us shooting this shit like the good old days. You feel me?
You know what I mean? Like, this is what I miss. You know what I mean? Like, where I can come in, comfortably sit down, drink my Jameson, crack on you.
Right in the middle of taping, by the way.
I wanted to bring that old thing back.
You could brought it. Could brought it earlier.
But now we're doing this.
I'm just saying you could brought it. But man, I feel like we should at least have a little pod war talk, right? Have you been keeping up with the pod wars out there? The Negro pods?
No.
You know the Negro pods.
Here's my thing.
We're the only genre of pods that bicker amongst each other and talk about who's making what money. And then the end of the year top podcast lists come out and they're like, oh yeah. All that shit you thought that was hot shit?
Here's my thing, right? We have a lot of friends in the pod business.
Especially in New York.
Correct.
The Roys and the Malls and the Bridgets and the Mandys and the Wheezies and
I still talk to Melissa from time to time. I still talk to Ice. You know what I mean? I don't really talk to Joe as much anymore, but
we have a lot of friends in those spaces. And I feel like a lot of these things that we see and listen to are very, very personal.
It's all personal.
Yeah, all personal. Which is why I really don't have takes on who's saying this, who's saying that, or what they experience with this person, or whatever the case is, because once you evolve yourself, then now they're gonna come to you or they're gonna come at you.
Yeah.
I think we do a great job of staying out of that.
And I understand, like, a lot of people love that. They
love the power war. They love the drama.
hearing,
Yeah,
what,
I'm
you
like,
know what I mean? And, you know, I'll say this, man. Like, I get it. I understand why.
It works for certain.
It's salacious.
Yeah.
It's fun to listen to. It's all that stuff. But I hope, and I'm not talking like we're some big shit podcast or whatever, but I think I've been in the audio industry, the podcast media space long enough to know that when those lists come out about the top podcasts in the world and top podcasts, I just hope people keep that in mind when they're trying to tear each other down. You know what I mean? When they're trying to, when they don't understand that, and which has always kind of been my thing. Like, I always feel like we do better when we work together and we help each other up than try to tear each other down. And I know it sounds cheesy. I know it sounds corny. But, I mean, I've seen almost every era, not every era, but I've seen from the Combat Jack era on, every podcast era in this city kind of come and go. And I've had my heights, I've had my lows in it. And I can honestly say there was a time where this space was so communal and so helpful and so about lifting people up and getting people opportunities that they probably wouldn't get.
You feel like it's gone now?
That they wouldn't get at a... I mean, there's good and there's bad, right? Like, there's good in the sense that, like, there's more sponsors out there and all that type of stuff. But even that's starting to circle back. Even that's starting to kind of, you know, there was a lot of money that was spent on podcasts maybe 3 or 4 years ago that I could guarantee is not going to be spent like that in 2024.
The funny thing is, I was with Damaris the other day, and she was just like, yo, the podding business is dwindling.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that's been my whole thing about this show being more intentional, right? Like, we are not those podcasts. I'm not saying that in a negative term. We're just
no, we're all different.
Clear,
We're
all different.
Yeah.
But I see it, right? Like, even, you know, I do my Ringer show twice a week, and this is with the power of Spotify, with the power of, you know, all that media backing in the audio space, and being in the Spotify business. Like, I see.
You could see the numbers.
I see where the
structure. You could see
I see where the podcast business is going, and it's like, if your shit is not intentional, if it is not, I mean,
the highs of the high.
If the quality isn't high and you're just kind of like, you know, cannibalizing yourself, like, it's gonna be worse for you than others.
No, because
and
like,
this is coming from people who are doing very successful podcast business. They even see the writing on the wall. Like, all right,
no, like, yeah, because like 2 of my boys that I smoke hookah with, they were like, yeah, we want to start a pod, this, that, and the third. And I was like, yo, like, Damaris, like, give them some advice. She was like, yo, bro, this shit is dwindling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was like, you might want to think twice.
Yeah. If you're not coming in with a partner, if you're not coming in with an entity behind you, if you don't have some of your own money to put up for a couple of months until you get to that money, I would not suggest it. I'm just being honest, yo.
That's literally what she said in the
If you're not already famous, or you don't have a audio business behind you, or don't have your own studio place where you could charge podcasters to come in and create shows whenever you want, I would not suggest you getting into the podcast business in 2024.
UPS is hiring.
UPS is definitely hiring.
How you know?
But, you know, I mean, but on top of that, man, like, what I've seen is anytime we've seen intentional news shows come out, you go, oh, okay, that's
comes
dope.
and goes.
You know what I mean? But it comes in and it goes. And I don't know if it's because the boom that happened during and before the pandemic, because people were just inside and just recording and just talking, and that's really all we had.
Bought mics and
or it's just, you know,
now it's too many
shit
people.
just got wet. There's too many people with
too many people
mics,
talking.
and it's like, you know, and it just feels like everything just sort of homogenizes itself and falls into the same bucket of sameness that once you see a bunch of people circled around each other with microphones, you're immediately just like, click. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, now I don't want to do my 2
And
shows no more.
And I never. Well, listen, I'm still
Thank
doing
you.
my
No, thank you.
shows.
Thank
They
you,
still
Kaz.
see. Well, listen, you have an audience that you've had for a long time.
I do.
I've had an audience for a
I
long
do.
time, and
I
I'm going
do.
to keep serving that audience
I do.
until it doesn't serve me anymore.
Right.
But I definitely see the writing on the wall as far as the podcast business as it stands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the next
Thing.
version of that is.
Yeah.
I know short content kind of came and became the
TikTok videos, the IG
the reels,
clips,
all
the
that
reels,
shit,
yeah,
like all that
that's-
shit sort of came and went. But
Yeah.
like, man, you could.
Quick question though.
What's up?
When you say the podcast business is dwindling, right?
Mm.
What does that mean exactly? Does that mean like we're not getting 6 figures? Does it mean we're not having
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
wages?
to
Like, what does that mean?
to his point, he brought up a good point. He was like, yo, those sponsorship dollars, those equity pieces aren't what they used to be.
Yeah.
And he broke it down pretty
I would say-
efficiently. He was like, if you don't have your own capital, if you don't have your own environment, if you don't have a source that's gonna feed your shit, bro, like this is not what it was when it was 2019 and 2020, 2021. Like the money was funneling in. Like we had time.
The big,
we had
the
space.
big brands and companies have shelled out tons of money betting on podcasts,
Right.
and a good amount of them haven't seen the return on investment.
Like
in the
unless
past
you
numbers.
Joe
And these
Rogan or
no, and these are the big podcasts.
Uh-huh.
Like they put Joe Rogan's doing great in the podcast world,
Uh-huh.
but like if you're not Joe Rogan, if you're not Call Her Daddy, if you're not Jay Shetty,
Mhm.
if you're not all these guys that put a ton of money into it, like they're fine. They can
And
leave
they're gonna
Spotify
be fine.
and still be fine.
Right.
But I'm talking about the return on investment on big brands to create more podcasts and create a valuable form of entertainment and business.
A
to
valuable
sell against.
asset.
Yeah, to sell against as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Like people, I mean, you listen to this show, whoever you are out there. How many times have you listened to a podcast and be like, that's a good ad. I'm going to go follow that link or I'm going to go click on that thing.
Right.
It happens, but it's rare. Most of podcast advertising happens subconsciously.
Right.
You hear it a bunch of times during the show. You see a Manscaped in your target. I was like, oh, snap, Manscaped. I see this ad all the time. Let me shave my balls.
Okay.
Right?
Let me get that.
Let me shave my nuts real quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's all like it happens subconsciously.
In hindsight, I get. Yeah,
you know,
I get what you're
but
saying.
I think a lot of big audio properties and brands, even just the audio business itself is going to go through a lot of change. It won't go anywhere. I mean, but
didn't Spotify just lay off about 17,000?
there you go. There's your answer right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, if you're doing it if you're doing this to stay inspired and because you love it and you feel like you have something to give
Right.
as far as a host or a content creator, by all means
Do it.
do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could tell anybody what is in here and what they
But
feel
that
like is gonna work out.
ROI is going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, that return on
Yeah.
investment is tough. So it's like that's why I always tell people, like when people tell me like, hey, how'd you I just got hit up by the New York Public Library and they were like, yo, do you want to come in and talk about the podcast business and talk about how you monetize and
Nigga,
I'm like, I can, but I feel like in about
But
2 months.
but it could be this convo.
Of course. It
It could literally be this convo.
that too. But I say all that to say, the podcast business, I've seen it in so many shapes and forms over the past
You got me into
decade.
this shit.
Like, there you go. And
got me into
and
this
Combat
shit.
Jack got me into it. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he's to me, the
Godfather.
godfather
Yep.
of this podcasting space, especially in New York City. And then, the Flagrant era and then doing Tax Stones podcast and doing
Also, well, you also got to shout out Juan Epstein.
Wine Up. Like every I feel like I've at least either touched or been a part of or
I think you've been
had
through every
a-
cycle of the evolution of the
Right.
podcast or just this space.
Right. So I just think the audio space in general is just changing, whether it's, music sales, whether it's the way people consume everything. Now you're gonna start seeing like audiobooks start to take off. Like, you see how they put all the audiobooks on the Spotify
Mhm.
and people that are writing their joints out and people don't like to read anyway. Like,
Mhm.
I think that's going to see a little bit of a boom as well. But like it's all the same shit. It's all
It's a
just
cycle.
being
It's a
more
cycle.
intentional and
Yeah.
being more specific about
more
what you want your
direct,
content
more,
to be.
more focused, more bullseye. Like this
Right.
is, yeah.
Like,
You gotta, when you look at me or you look at you or her, you know, you gotta know. When I see them, I know exactly what I'm getting.
for sure.
And
If
it's
you
not
haven't, I believe, I could be wrong. The podcasts that I think are always going to be fine are the ones that have already built community within them that is going to support them regardless. People who got Patreons that just have fucking long-standing followers, you know what I mean? Like that will pay to, that have already proven to be a viable entity off of the streaming platform, whether it's by touring, whether it's by live
merchandise.
shows, merchandise, all that type of stuff. They'll always be okay.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not going to be as healthy as it was 2 years ago
You're right.
or 3 years ago.
You're right. Like your braids, but you're right.
Wow.
No, I had to bring it home.
It's okay. I still have a semblance of a hairline. It's still here.
All right, cul-de-sac.
It's still here. You see this? These are called corners, though. Remember those? Remember those?
You got that.
Remember when the barber used to go, he used the T-blade on you?
No, yeah.
Haven't done that in a while.
He used it right here. I'm right here.
It's not that bad of a cul-de-sac. It's
Nah,
just,
yeah,
it's just a lot of forehead. I
It's
ain't gonna
not good.
hold
It's
you.
not good.
I'm taking everything to keep my hairline.
Oh,
Though.
my God.
I'll take Nutrafol. You heard of Nutrafol?
Clearly, I haven't.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Clearly, I
But
don't
they
know
give
what the
you they ask all the right questions when you're thinking about it. I've been scrolling on Instagram and it's like, you know, they target the fuck out them ads. I get receding hairline ads every pops post.
That's got it. Your phone like, yo, my nigga, let that shit go.
Let me look at this Nutrafol.
Let that shit go, brother.
And then they'll ask you, they give you the survey, like, yo, like, what do you want to, are you seeing a little bit too much forehead lately? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do.
I am.
I'm like,
That's why
is
I'm
your
on your
hair
page.
thinning on the top? I'm like, yes. Yes, it is a little bit. Yes.
Infomercial.
It's like,
When are you going to let your hairline go?
when am I going to let it go?
If.
Once my joint is a full 90 degrees, it's over. Like, I still got a little.
Yeah, you at 60.
I'm at. Here's the thing. If this Nutrafol and so I'm going natural, by the way. But I'm not.
Oh, no more weaves.
I'm not bitching out like and get some hair plugs like some Tory Lane shit. So
Yeah, no more weaves.
I'm still under 40. I'm gonna take my sea moss, my black seed oil. I'm gonna take my Nutrafol.
All right, yo, this has been a great episode.
What? I'm gonna
all right, my nigga.
I'm gonna take care of my health.
Like,
I'm gonna take care of my health. And if my health is not good enough
If you
to
come back
bring it
looking like
back,
2021 Jay,
wow.
bro, yeah. Yo, if you walk in here with fucking wolf braids, oh man, I'm quitting this show.
you gonna come back.
I'm quitting this
I
show.
might, bro. I ain't
No,
gonna
I'm
hold
good.
you. I might. I'm gonna let this joint wolf out to see where my joints come back from. This is a very I hope, I know people are very relatable to this conversation.
God.
Okay, all right.
Men and hairlines, because we can't talk about,
What, women in breast implants?
women
we
can. I mean, you could, but that's a fun conversation to have.
Yes,
You
we
could-
can.
Rosie
No,
could have 2
yeah.
hours talking about her titties, and I promise you, many people would tune in.
It's not a lot to talk about, guys.
People would tune in. Is
People-
what
yeah,
I'm
people-
saying.
people-
But
people
I'm
would definitely
saying,
listen.
there's lots of men out there that are uncomfortable talking about this. This is the one thing that all men everywhere are. I don't care who you are, where you are. You have at least some level, or will have some level
Mhm.
of self-consciousness when it comes to this, right?
Listen, it's done. This shit is horrible.
It is,
Be
though.
comfortable.
It is, bro.
Sit in your truth.
Yo,
If
when was
your
the last
hairline
time you
sucks,
even shaved?
just acknowledge your hairline fucking sucks. I have lived with my truth. I've learned my truth, and I know my truth. This
When
shit
did
is
this turn
bad.
into a fucking
This
a
shit is
meeting?
bad.
This is what men
This
need
is a
to
support
hear.
group,
We need a hairline support
I
group.
don't want to be in the support
Bro, just
group.
let it.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
You have to be here to let people know it's okay to talk
No,
to
it's
me
not
about
okay.
So
What
we
you
gotta
mean?
hide when we're
Yes.
This is why people don't
Wear
care
a
about
hat.
men's strife ever.
I'm like,
Wear a
bro, like
fucking
I
hat. You
get
see
it.
Lo? He wears
I
a hat.
get it.
He knows.
Yo, this shit
Man,
sucks.
He knows.
Man.
I can't even feel it. Like I don't even know where it is.
Listen, you could
Just
body
let it
shame.
go.
You could body shame a man to death. You could say,
Just
get
wear
your
a
fat ass
fucking
in the
hat,
gym.
bro.
You could say, bro, you looking a little skinny. Go do some push-ups,
Yo, go
bird
cut
chest.
your nails, go
dirty
like,
ass
yo,
feel.
dirty ass.
You
Like,
could,
when you go
what
to
you
that
talk about
hairline,
hair?
nigga, don't do that to us. You know
That we get real serious when it comes to hairline.
Oh,
It's like,
bro, you know how many
Now I got a
times,
new
you know how
one.
many times y'all would fuck with my hairline
all the time.
and I would legit
I think I
be
fucked with
upset.
your, I think I fucked with your hairline as long as I've known you. Like
Yeah,
you've never
I
had a
would
hairline.
legit be no. I would legit be upset. Like they like Della,
Yeah.
him.
I always knew it was gonna be a
Rory.
home run too.
That's the
It was always- it
one
was
thing
always
they
a
knew.
fastball
With
over the
everyone
home
with the
plate.
exception of Rory is reaping what they sow.
Wait, what happened?
Everyone with the exception of Rory is kind of like
Oh yeah. They're
eating
losing their
words
shit.
now. Yeah.
But they would have jokes for days, and it would be a pile on.
It would.
And
It
I'm just
would.
sitting there like, there's nothing I can do.
Oh gosh.
They literally bullied me into being bald.
Well, we had to, bro. You was still like shaping that joint up. And we was just like, bro. But it's a good look though. You see it though, right?
You see what I'm
You
saying?
see how it works? It was out of love. It's because
I get it.
men-
Bullying works.
bullying does work.
Yeah.
Men don't body shame, but they will tell
We
you.
will hair, beard,
we will
facial hair
hairline shame you
to death.
Until
And that's what
until you do what needs to be done. You either come home or
Come home is crazy.
If you-
Come home is wild.
Just
Listen,
come home. Just
I
come
think
home.
I
I
don't take
think
my
I'm
hat
coming
off
home before
around
40.
certain people.
I think
He's
I'm coming
one
home
of them.
before 40.
Her too.
Before 40, I'm coming home. Definitely.
What?
I was like, I'm coming home before 40. Like this is
Bro,
going.
yeah, you need to come home tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
My hairline is not as crazy as yours, though. Your shit is still crazy.
Yo, how we get back to hairlines and beards?
It is. Men can talk about hairlines all day long.
Right,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
okay.
Men can do two things. We can name random athletes and talk about hairlines all day long if you
No,
want.
all right. Here's what we can name.
Why they gotta be random?
We can name the best games we've seen.
Yeah,
We can name the best albums we've heard,
yeah.
and we can name heartbreak.
We could talk about classic albums all day long.
Yeah.
I could be like, yo, you remember Bobby Bonilla, son? Let's talk about
I'm like, yo, fam.
Yo, man.
Remember Phil
It's Bobby
Sims?
Bonilla day. yo.
Remember Phil Sims?
just
All right, we
random
can
athletes.
just random, just dumb shit.
And the
for no reason.
hairlines, bro. Hairlines is a listen. We let you into the
Yeah, like,
guys.
this is
table
a
all
safe
the- Well,
space.
you're always part of the guys. You always have.
No, she's
like-
one of the guys.
Yeah, you always have guy friends. You always have
That's Jadakiss right there.
you always have a good amount of guy friends. But this is real guy conversation. We can
Guys,
talk about this.
You guys forget I have brothers.
I-
and I'm
which
just
exactly,
That's
which
brothers.
is
the
why-
point we're
This
proving.
Which is why we're always comfortable talking
This
guy
is
shit around
not-
you because you're.
This is an easy conversation to sit through.
What's a hard conversation to hear from guys?
Oh my god, it's so many. But this one's easy.
Well, what's a hard one?
What's a hard one?
What's a hard conversation to sit
To
through with a
sit
bunch
through?
of guys?
With guys? Like if me and him were talking, like what would be a hard conversation to hear?
Well, with my
us talking
brothers, it has to be bitches.
Mm.
Like I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I
Man.
don't.
With my
My bitches conversations.
Yeah.
Bro, remember
My
remember when she
brothers.
FaceTimed us? She's like,
Established
I'm like, yo, get to the point. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, these are
Get
the
to the
worst
fucking
two-
point.
I called them. I forgot what I called to tell you guys,
Yeah.
but it was about a guy, and they rushed me through my story and just fed me straight solutions and get off the phone.
Rosy doesn't talk. Women in general don't talk for solutions. They talk just to be heard out.
I'm like,
Which
all right.
is fine.
I'm like, we'll listen.
But
But my nigga,
After you're done
after you're
talking-
done all this bitching,
we got to get to solutions.
right? We gotta figure this out because I don't
Especially
want
if you-
another.
let me sit
especially
through
I
my
if you
don't want
mad.
this another. I don't want another phone
They're
call
like,
like
no,
this.
it's clip. I was
Word.
like, damn.
Especially if you upset.
But
like,
hear me
all right,
out.
Listen, heard you. Heard
All
you.
right, Rosie. All right, wipe your face. What happened? Like, what is it?
I
All
wasn't
right, how do we
crying.
fix this?
Mm-mm.
Oh no!
Whatever.
All right, then get off the
Fixed it.
phone.
That's why I need girlfriends, yo.
I fixed it. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Man, oh man.
Everything's great,
Yeah,
guys.
I love y'all. It was good chatting with you guys. Gosh, I guess we're putting this out Wednesday. It should be fun. Guys, thank you so much for listening to Say Less Casual King and Rosie. Lo, what you got, brother?
Why is your voice so low?
I was about to go find these ads that I can read real quick,
Oh.
so we can throw it in there. But please, tell us what you're doing.
This week, what's Wednesday? Wednesday is gonna be what, the 13th?
Mm-hmm.
It's my mom's birthday, so shout out to her.
Shout out, mama.
Other than that,
Mama.
bro, just chilling. Just wrapped up my last show for Rap Life for the year, so pretty much done.
Nice,
So-
nice, nice.
You have two Sag parents.
My dad was born December 4th. Happy birthday to him. And she was born December 13th.
That's crazy.
It's not Jay-Z, it's his actual dad that was born December
Yeah.
4th.
You guys would think.
That wasn't even.
I'm just saying, it is wild that your dad and Jay-Z have the same birthday. I'm like, oh, that explains a lot.
That explains everything. Yeah, well, Dad's birthday was
Fucking
December
much.
4th.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. What you got, Rosy?
My birthday's Thursday, so I will be.
Happy birthday, Rosy!
I will be somewhere in the city with my friends.
Woo! It's gonna be lit. Well, we'll find you and we'll get you drunk like we did last year.
Oh my god!
She got you wasted last year. All your friends got wasted.
Oh yeah, that party
Y'all
last year
were
was
drunker
dope.
than me.
Oh yes, we were.
I walked in, everybody was already
gone.
smacked. Like you,
Bro,
you
and
were
I did an
shot?
Irish
I said,
exit. Like,
no.
they were like, yo,
Same.
I was like,
Same.
I see what's going on here. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
And it was dark as fuck.
That's-
Well, I
that
couldn't
was
get
the
you a
problem.
birthday present, so I was like, I'm just gonna get you and all your friends drunk, and then I'm out.
Yo,
Yeah, no, he can't. You came in, you bought the first round.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Then I bought the second. Yeah, that was
Anyway,
that night got
appreciate
crazy.
you. Happy birthday, my friend. And
Kaz, what you doing?
I mean, you know where you can catch me. Count it on Fanatic Sportsbook. Check
Yep.
the app as always. You catch me on the Ringer Wrestling Show every Monday and Thursday. You can catch me on This Is Awesome and The Ultimate Show on Peacock, WWE Network. And you catch
like, stop.
and that's
You're
about
so
it.
fucking immature, bro.
That's it for today.
You're so fucking immature.
Thank you for tuning in. And like we always do at this time,
Yo, we
people,
don't need to be sitting next to each other anymore because we just can't hold shit together.
Peacock is such a funny word.
Peacock is crazy. How do you like this? Capital P-E-A cock?
Peacock.
Hey yo, we are mature.
gotta go.
Like we always do at this time,
It's only
people.
Monday.
Stay free, stay safe, and always say
Say
less. Catch you next week, people. Peace out.
Dessert.